type of the
And
questions will be
sir,
there.
due to our memory-based question, which we are giving very fast, even a PDF is also coming very fast into the market, and due to that factor, many students are getting benefit out of this, because based upon the memory-based question, they are getting an idea. The students have yet to write. They're getting, oh, this type of questions are asking. This chapter is weightage. This paper is hard. So till now I have seen one common trend, sir. At any given point, one subject students are damaging by due to time management, or due to toughness of the paper, or length of the paper, or unexpected question, or whatever, or maybe students poor preparation, or whatever it is, or they like favorite and unfavorite subject, because every student have that. Due to any of these factors, at any given time one subject is getting damaged. Only rare students are there, obviously, those who have worked a lot and hard. They have performed very well in all the three subjects.
And I also want to tell you, sir, do you know how much questions as a memory based we got in the morning shift today? Do you know, sir?
25 out of 25.
Yes, in all the three subjects we got 25 out of 25. That means we are the only institute, we have 75 questions. Out of 75 questions we have given, and in the form of a PDF also.
This point indicates how the students are connected to us, and how they also, they listen to us, and how they are affectionate to us, and how fast they are responding to us.
Absolutely.
So thanks to all the students who have given, and thanks to our Sri Chaitanya
team also, sir, because they are actually standing outside the center, collecting the questions from the students, writing the question and sharing the questions on the WhatsApp.
Sir,
so hard work that should be acknowledged.
Sri Chaitanya team, entire team, Infinite Learn team is working outside the centers. They are working hard, and 25 of 25 questions, whole paper is coming, is a very big achievement, indicating how beautifully we are connected to the students, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, this is a great opportunity, guys. We are right now on the 8th paper discussion. 8 into 75 questions now you can see in the Telegram group, because we have shared regularly the PDFs. So today also we have shared the PDF of questions as well as the answer key in our Telegram channel.
Yes.
And not only in Telegram, you will also find the WhatsApp channel. With the help of that also you can begin with the actually becoming the part of the Infinity Learn. However, sir, about the grand test series you told.
Yes, yeah.
So grand test series also, sir, have the questions common.
Yes.
So around 16 grand tests we have taken with the students.
Yes.
16 into 75, many questions, 1200 questions were there. Yes. Out of those 1200 questions, I would say, sir, many questions came in the JEE Main.
And I would like to recommend the students who are not of Infinite Learn, a humble request to everyone, please join with us for at least for coming up April session. You have different ways of connecting with us through Telegram, through call, through WhatsApp. Even you can put a message here. If you are interested, our team will connect to you. And certainly the Infinite Learn by Sri Chaitanya grand test papers are so beautiful, so tactically and carefully designed in such a way that, not 100%, but at least 14 to 15 questions are coming from the GTMs. Because the most beautiful point about the GTMs, which I personally like and I appreciate the Sri Chaitanya team, is that they have set the paper in such a way that same model and same repetitive questions is not coming in another GTM.
Another test, yes.
So every
GTM
every GTM is unique of its own with respect to the other GTM. That is the beautiful part of it.
Yes, for April attempt also we will be launching the test series, the grand test series, and 7 lakh aspirants will be giving those test series together. So I would recommend you to join that test series.
If you post your phone number in person, or if you contact with our team,
definitely, sir, on the website they can actually get connected.
Or you can just leave a comment in the chat. Later we will see your details and we will certainly connect to you. And dear students, I would like to say another thing. Those are Sri Kumar is asking, sir, it is for 20th January, is exam tough or simple? See, Sri Kumar, I cannot say easy or tough. Simple it will not be, tough it will not be, standard it will be, that I can tell you. And another thing, tips is simple. The best tip which I can give you is, whatever you have prepared that has end. In 3-4 days, something big or new you cannot do. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely.
So hence I can say you that whatever memory-based questions papers we Infinite Learn are providing you, those papers you revise it, and you see which areas in mathematics, physics and chemistry you are facing weak. Those you try to revise and check from yourself. That only you can do in next to 2 days. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely, sir.
Anything new cannot be done.
I would also recommend you all, please like the session, because there are very less likes. Please subscribe our channel if you're not the part of this channel. However, you have to share this video with the friends also. This really motivates as a team, and this really motivates to all of the people working behind the camera also for you guys to bring up the questions timely and to have a discussion, paper discussion, solutions giving in you in front. And in the PDF version, we are also generating a PDF version of all the questions as well as answer key for you after the paper gets over. So sir, let's have a quick recall.
Yeah.
So today's shift 2, sir, 24th of January, overall
Yes.
difficulty that we are discussing. For physics, sir, the students find moderate to difficult. Chemistry, it was not easy. This time also the chemistry paper was moderate, and math moderate. But yeah, 7 to 8 questions we can find in the mathematics in this particular shift, which the student told that they find these questions to be lengthier questions. However, my dear students, if you see the marks distribution, how was a maths paper? Can I get the reviews from you? All those students who have attempted the paper in this shift 2 of 24 January, can you give us a feedback that how did you find the mathematics section? How did you find the mathematics section? And along with that, my dear students, I also want to give you a quick recall that 40% was easy question, 40% was moderate, 20 questions which I would say.
I'm very sorry to interrupt you in midway. So you see, dear students, here you can see easy is 40%, moderate is 40%. Leave it difficult part. That means even if you have covered these two areas,
Absolutely.
I don't think so you will be lagging from any seat. You will be surely getting
80% of the paper you are
80% you solved means what, sir?
So basically the student has to be choosy while selecting the questions.
20 questions.
Because the students sometimes what they do, sir, they also, the paper setters also create us, like they play with the psychology of the student. They put the difficult questions in the beginning and the easiest question to the last.
They want to break the willpower of the students.
Absolutely.
And by keeping tough questions at the beginning. And another thing, dear students, in middle, those are writing on 28th, in middle of the paper, suddenly tough question will come, lengthy will come, big will come, something will come. Immediately, within 5 seconds, 10 seconds, leave that question and jump to next question.
Absolutely,
that is the technique.
sir. This is the only way.
That I personally call as speed breaker.
Yes.
Speed breaker type of questions which will decrease your speed. If you stand near the speed breaker and tell, no, why the speed breaker is here, I'll break it, then I'll pass my car.
No, we have to keep our ego aside, sir. Because if you have already wasted 5 minutes, don't waste another 5 minutes for the same question. Even though you get the answer, but you're harming the time of the other. You're taking the time of the other questions. Better you attempt 3 or 4 questions instead of doing 1 question.
Thumb rule is let it be maths, physics or chemistry. Tough, lengthy questions once they come, even if you know, my recommendation, temporary, leave it and go ahead.
Absolutely.
At the end of the 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes time, wherever you get time, tough questions, lengthy questions, tricky questions and such questions you solve. So first attempt which you know, then you come on the second round and see what more you can do.
Absolutely. So this is a mark-wise distribution according to the math section I am telling you. So there are few topics.
Sir,
I'm just
sir, sorry to interrupt you here. So I think sir will continue with mathematics.
Absolutely.
So I will go and bring chemistry questions meanwhile because I have no role in mathematics.
Yeah, no problem,
so,
sir.
Sir will continue, dear students. I'll be back very fast with good number of chemistry questions, and even Aniruddha Roy, our physics faculty, will be joining with physics questions.
Absolutely.
Please continue, sir. I'll be back.
Thank you. So, beta, this is a mark chapter-wise distribution of the weightage of the scores that is being distributed not only in this shift but across every shift. You will see few units they are carrying higher weightage and few units they are carrying less weightage. How was your physics paper? Tell me about that also. Here you will find that easy 50% of the question, 33% moderate. However, the few questions were there which belong to the difficult section. You can see the mark-wise distribution that these are the percentages being given to you, and from that you can figure out that which unit should be prioritized, which unit is important and which unit is less important. However, if you talk about the chemistry section, how did you find your chemistry? Please type in the chat section if you have given the examination of 24th January in the second shift, guys. I also want to tell you, I want to bring your attention, guys. Easy was 37%, moderate 33%, and the difficult was 30%. So guys, this is overall analysis of the today's exam, and this is mark-wise distribution of the chemistry. You can just make, I'm just hiding myself in front of the camera. So basically, guys, this is a overall analysis of the percentage mark-wise distribution so that you can prioritize your preparation now, all those students who are preparing for the 28th. So just keep in mind that these are the units and their percentages in the marks so that you can prioritize your chapter, that these are the chapters that you have to do and these are the chapters that you have to do at the later end. However, my dear students, there is no fixation across the units. I would recommend you to actually go through all the units which are mentioned in the syllabus and let it be, because sometimes from the difficult chapter also even they're asking easy questions, and sometimes from the easy chapter, they may ask you the difficult question. So it depends totally on the type of the shift and the type of the paper setters has set for you. So now let's have a discussion over the first question of the mathematics, guys. This was a question being there, and this is quite easy question based on the rank problem. I'll just give you a shortcut. All those students who are about to attempt in the April attempt, or they are about to attempt their JEE mains in the 28th, they will be finding this shortcut to be very easy. So let's say you have Udaipur being given to you in the question, UADI and then PUR. What you do, you assign the rank. So A is having the first rank. Okay, then second rank with D. The third rank is with I. Then my dear students, you can assign this fourth rank and you can assign fifth rank to this, and then sixth and sixth. So both of them will have the same rank, sixth and sixth rank. That is you. Are you able to understand? So I have allotted the ranks to the alphabets based on their alphabetical order. Now, bache, what you have to do? Okay, spelling of Udaipur. Spelling is Udaipur. Like, because actually the spelling of Udaipur is I, but in the question, have they asked Udaipur? Is that so? Because actually, whenever we are writing Udaipur, it is UDAI. Even if it is UDAY, which I am believing that it should not be there because Udaipur is having a spelling in this order only. But yeah, even if it is UDAY, then also the concept will remain same. Alright, then also the concept will remain same. So basically, my dear students, what you need to do, you think about how many numbers are there to the right of 6 which are less than 6. How many numbers are there which are with the right of 6 which are less than 6? Alright. So basically, my dear students, what you need to do, I'll do the same question with UDAY also. Yeah, I'll do the same question with UDAY also. Don't worry. So here you will see that 5 numbers are there, but out of which, including this, how many are repeating? So 6 is coming 2 times. So that's why I'm writing 2 factorial. How many are to the right of 2 which are less than 2? How many are to the right of 1 which are less than 1? Right of 3 which are less than 3. So over here you will find 0. Right of 4 which are less than 4, 0. Right of 6 which are less than 6, only 1, and here also 0. You write 0 factorial, then you write 1 factorial, then you write 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial, and here you write 6 factorial. Now beta, you just multiply them, and whatever the results are coming, just add 1 to it. See, over here, my dear students, you will be able to write 5 upon 2 times 6 factorial, and then plus 1 into 5 factorial. There is no requirement of writing 0 because 0, 0, 0, they will all become 0, and at the last 1 into 1 factorial is 1. And bache, last also it is being given 1. Here it is 120, here beta it is 1 plus 1, and here beta if you try to simplify it, 6 factorial is 720, 720 upon 2, that will be 630. And over here, my dear students, it is multiplied by 5. So here it will be 1800, then it will be 122, and thus how you will be able to see that 1922 will be the rank of this word. My dear students, if you find that in the question, my dear students, if you find that the spelling of Udaipur is given to you, UDAY, then also the question process, attempting the question process will remain same. You can do one thing over here, assign the ranks now. First rank will be given to this, second rank will be given to this. Now instead of third rank given to Y, so we will be giving the third rank to P, then fourth rank will be given to this, 5 rank will be given to U and U, and here the 6th rank will be given to Y. Are you able to understand? This is the only change that you will observe. Now what you need to do, you have to look for the numbers that to the right of 5, how many are there which are less than 5. So 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. Out of which how many are repeating? So 2. So 4 over 2 factorial, you write it down. Now to the right of 2, how many are less than 2? To the right of 2, how many are less than 2? Only 1. To the right of 1, 0. To the right of 6, 3. To the right of 3, 0. To the right of 5, 1, and again 0. Again you write here 0 factorial, 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial, 6 factorial. Now you just multiply and at the last add 1. So here you will observe that 4 by 2 times 6 factorial you have to write, 1 times 5 factorial you have to write, and then plus 3 times 3 factorial you have to write, and then plus 1. So here 4 by 2 will be 2 beta, 720 into 2, 1440 you will have, and then my dear students 120 you will have, and then you will have 18, and then you will have my dear students plus 2. In this way you will be able to get the rank of the word Udaipur. Are you all able to understand, my dear students, that how will I be able to get the answer to this question? So my dear students, this is one of the question in mathematics section we got, and now next question we got from the physics that we'll have a discussion with you. Guys, how did you find the paper? All those students, my dear students, all those students who have just attempted the paper, please give us a feedback that how did you find the paper? Was it lengthy? Was it difficult? Was it easy question? Or my dear student, did you find to be a moderate question? It is just simple like as that of the other shift. Can you please give us the recommendation that how did you like the paper? Now we have with us Aniruddha sir. He'll be taking your physics part. We have got a good bunch of the questions from the physics that Aniruddha sir will be taking with us. All right, welcome sir. And let's
Thank you, sir.
So up till now, sir, as many questions you get. So based on that, what is your analysis? Like, how did you find, if you compare the other papers with the today's paper, so what is the comparison that you can, what is the inference that you can have from this comparison?
So far from the questions that we have got, sir, the paper seems to be easy. I'll obviously ask students in the chat to confirm. But based on the questions we got, it's easy. But I don't know if there are a few more harder questions hidden that we are still getting. Because right now our team, sir, whatever they bring here, it's verified. We verify it once before bringing.
Yes.
So we are just checking. But so far what we have got, it's easier.
Easier. All right. So you can continue.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's continue with the physics section. The physics section, like I said, so far whatever we got, that has been fairly easy, fairly simple to do. Is the physics section easy or tough, students? Tell me in the chat, all those who gave the exam today. All those who gave the exam today, was the physics section easy or was it tough? We'll get started with our discussion though, one by one. First one says, an object of density ρ1 is equal to 600 kg per meter cube is floating in a liquid of density ρ2 is equal to 900 kg per meter cube. Height of the object h is equal to 10 centimeter. Then the height of the object immersed is what? This is direct formula application. Direct formula application, we know that the height submerged divided by the total height is equal to volume of the body divided by the volume of the fluid, which in our case is just ρ1 by ρ2. So this can also be written ρ1 is 600, this is 900, that's a 2 by 3. Cross multiply the h, so the height that is submerged is 2 by 3 times 10 centimeter, which is 6.67 centimeter. Was that one of the options? Physics section was tough, was it? Okay, maybe we are getting questions here. So far I've got about a few questions, 5-6 questions. They have not been too difficult. So we'll check eventually. Okay, we'll go for the next one. Next question. This says velocity versus distance graph is shown in the figure here, and you see it's a graph with a negative slope and a positive y-intercept. Then the graph for the acceleration versus distance for the system is what? Now over here, from velocity displacement graph to get to acceleration, I can't go dv dt. It's v versus x. So I have to pick acceleration is v dv dx. Now I'll approximate what the equation would be. Let's say this has a y-intercept c. Then I can write that the speed equation would be minus mx plus c. It's minus, I put negative because you see it has a negative slope here. I put minus mx plus c. Okay. So at that point, let's go for dv dx. If I go for dv dx is just minus m. So the acceleration equation is v dv dx. If I put it here, minus m times minus mx plus c, which makes it m square x minus mc. So you see now, this acceleration versus displacement graph has a positive slope but a negative y-intercept. So positive slope, negative y-intercept, That is option 2. Physics was tough? Was it? Was physics tough? Okay, let's see. We'll check. All right, we'll move to our next question in the meantime. This one says the distance between an object and a 3 times magnified real image is 40 centimeter. The focal length of the lens is how much? Now, if you work from beginning with sign conventions, you will run into a problem. Okay? Shiv Kumar, Maths sir will be coming. Maths sir will be coming eventually. We'll do physics, then maybe a few chemistry, then Maths sir will be back here. Now see, in these kind of questions where they say distance between object and image is this, so on and so forth, always work with magnitudes. First job is to try to predict what the graph, essentially the setup looks like, and then you start plugging stuff in. So over here, they have said that it is a magnified real image. Real image means the mirror has to be a concave mirror, because a convex mirror cannot create a real image. So you have the concave mirror over here. Let's draw it out. It's a magnified real image. So you know the object distance is less. So let's say the object distance is here. Let's say this has a magnitude u. Okay. And over here the image is formed. This has a distance wise magnitude is v. I'm keeping in magnitude just to tell you I'm not putting sign convention in. According to the question, it says that it's a 3 times magnified image, meaning magnitude of v over magnitude of u is 3. So magnitude of v is 3 times the magnitude of u. You might think, sir, over there in case of a mirror it's minus v by u is magnification. I don't worry about that. I'm just working with the magnitudes. That's why, see, I haven't even put it. It's an inverted image. Basically, I should be having -3. I'm not putting that in. I'm just working with the magnitude. Okay? We'll check, Shivakumar. We'll check. So over here, I got v is equal to 3u. Secondly, now they are asking that the distance between object and image is 40 centimeter. You don't do over here v plus u so on. Look at it. The distance between them, this is 40 centimeter. In terms of magnitude, that's a magnitude of v minus magnitude of u. So I know magnitude of v minus magnitude of u, that is 40 centimeter. Which means over here I will have the magnitude of v, that is 3u, minus u, that is 40. So I have 2u, so magnitude of u is equal to 20 centimeter, right? Now the magnification formula, right? The magnification, or we can just go with a 1 by v plus 1 by u over here. 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f for any lens. This v I have to put with sign convention. I know object and image are both on the left side. So both will come with a negative sign. So I can put minus 1 by magnitude of v minus 1 by magnitude of u, that is 1 by f. Magnitude of u is 20 centimeter. That means magnitude of v is going to be equal to 60 centimeter. Plug all of that in here. If I plug that in, I will have a minus, if I take common, I have a 1 by 60 plus a 1 by 20. That's a 1 by f. What do I get? I get a 1 by f is equal to, goes with a 60. On top, I will have a 1 plus 3, that will be a 4. Goes with a 15. So yes, your focal length is minus 15 centimeter. Yes, it is option B. Correct, Shiv Kumar. Okay. Chalo, we'll move to the next one. This says, if a spherical shell's volume is increased 8 times, what will be the intensity? So over here, I'm assuming the question says that there is a power source in the middle and there is a spherical shell around that has a radius of r. I want to find what is the intensity on that spherical shell. Okay? I want to find what is the intensity on that spherical shell. Now, intensity is power divided by 4 pi r square. Correct? Now, Obviously, if I'm making the spherical shell's volume 8 times, means this is becoming way bigger, then at that point, the radius also changes. I know that volume is proportional to r cube. So if the volume is made 8 times, r is then proportional to v to the power 1 by 3. So if the volume is made 8 times, the radius will become to the power 1 by 3, that is 2 times. So my r dash is equal to 2 times of r. Now see, intensity is inversely proportional to r square. If I have doubled the radius, that means the new intensity would be original intensity divided by 4, because it's r square, so it would become 2 squared. It will not decrease by 8 times. It won't decrease by 8 times. It would, you go for the radius and then it's inversely proportional to r square. It would actually decrease by 4 times. Got it? I think next we will be having questions from chem, even though you can do this with physics if need be, but I think this is chemistry section. So I'll just wait for chemistry sir to come, Sarfraz sir to come up. Was the paper tough? Let's see it from everyone. Which section did you feel was tough? Was it physics? Was it chemistry? Was it maths? Which section was tough, students? Those of you, how many of you over here in the chat, how many of you gave the paper today? Today, this second shift. Anyone in this over here who gave the paper second shift? And tell me, how was the difficulty level? So far from the feedback that we have got, some questions are easy, some of them are a little moderate level. In physics, I'm telling. But I also want to know, because over here through this YouTube, we reach many more students as well. Your friends did? Okay, we're getting easy. So how was it? How was it, Dev? How was it, Dev? If you gave the paper, how was the difficulty for physics, chemistry and maths? It was easy? Okay, physical, calculative, easy. Okay. So far that's the feedback even we have got, that it's easy, but again there can always be a few slightly more difficulty level, but majorly the paper was comparatively doable. It was the hardest? It was very easy? Okay, it's very extremely variable. Like today morning shift, the math section was extremely tough. Maths was very, very tough, but physics was, I'll say moderate, not easy, but it goes to moderate. Okay. Maths was moderate, physics and chemistry is tough. '28th paper, we are seeing similar pattern throughout. It's not becoming extremely tough, not becoming extremely easy. You can expect 20-25 level papers here. Okay. Maths was tough. All right, so we have Sarfaraz sir here. He'll be taking up with the chemistry section. But before that, by the way, I'll tell you that we have the college and rank predictor tool as well. So if you have given the exam in these few days, you can put your expected score in there. We are doing these paper discussions. You can always check over there. Put your expected score in there. And based on that, it will tell you what college you will get, not just the rank. What college you will get based on your rank, your home state, caste, gender, everything. Okay. All right. So I'll hand it over to Sarfaraz sir to take over the chemistry section here. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So all of you all welcome. Thank you, Anirudh Roy, sir. So all of you all welcome. Okay. Chemistry was, dear friends, I think chemistry was moderate. Chemistry paper was moderate. Chemistry we cannot call hard paper. Good paper it was. Chemistry tough, 15 questions doable, and max is also lengthy. Okay, no problem. Dear friends, so chemistry, however you were happy, that is enough. Moderate, that is enough. Okay. So now, dear friends, we'll discuss the questions. And if anybody remember any questions, if you paste it here, anybody, if you remember any question where you can type, please type it and post here. So I will take that question for my discussion over here, because this is memory based YouTube session. Okay, dear friends. So, okay, this question given by one of our student. Okay, you can see. So the question is, an electron makes transition from higher energy orbit N2 to lower energy orbit N1. Correct? Chemistry was physical heavy. Okay, so let us see. So dear friends, here is saying this is N1 and this is N2. So N2 is somewhere, we don't know. So from there, electron is reaching to the lower energy level. So electron from here, it is undergoing de-excitation. Okay. Jan 28 paper I cannot comment, my dear, but one thing is for sure, Jan 28 paper will not come easy. Right? Everyone listen, Jan 28 paper will not come easy, it will come standard. That is for sure. It may come moderate, it may come little higher than that, but tough it will not come, easy it will not come. That is for 100% sure. Okay? Chalo. So now he is asking for lithium ion. So lithium ion, so a lithium ion is given because Z is equal to 2, 3 for it. Such that N1 plus N2 is 4 and N2 minus N1 is 2, right? So here he already gave that N1 plus N2 is equal to 4 and N2 minus N1 is equal to 2. So dear students, from this you can directly get 2N2 is equal to 6 and therefore here N2 will be equal to 3. Correct? Got it, dear students? When N2 is 3, if you substitute the values, you will get the answer. Now he is asking the wavelength emitted. So therefore N2 is equal to 3. So since it is coming to the ground state, N1 should be equal to 1. So by this you can cross check the values. Okay, 3 plus 1, 4, 3 minus 1, 2, correct. Now we have to find wavelength. So wavelength is nothing but equal to what? You can use the formula 912 upon Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. So lambda, this is in Armstrongs, be careful. So this is equal to 912 upon 3 square into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 3 square. So on solving, lambda will come 114 Armstrongs he is asking. You will get. But in the question, everybody can see the paper is asking in nanometers. So everybody should know that 1 Armstrong is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters and 1 nanometer is 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. So hence just you write, make it 11.4 in terms of nanometers. So hence answer, no need to tell you, answer is in front of the screen. Got it, dear students? Venkatesh? Venkatesh, Suresh, Babu, Chellagiri, thank you very much. Yeah, that question, Venkatesh, everybody can see, I brought this. Everybody can see, I brought this and Venkatesh is telling another question. Okay, please I will write it. Venkatesh is saying that X is an anion of the lightest element of group 17th having oxidation state plus 6. Okay. So answer A is purple. So dear students, if he is asking highest oxidation state, if the answer is highest oxidation state, it is purple. Why? Because in 7th group element means it is manganese, correct? But if it is in plus 6 oxidation state, it will be green. So I have answered to Venkatesh, answer also I have answered even to these people. So what exactly came in exam, I also don't know. So suppose he is asking about highest oxidation state, purple, because it is talking about what? KMnO4, right? And green means it is K2MnO4, which is green in color. Got it, everyone? Please give me thumbs up. Chandra, Venkatesh, Srinivas, kids, everyone, please give me thumbs up. Got it? So if it is highest oxidation state, answer is purple. If it is plus 6 oxidation state, green is the answer. Got it, dear students? And if you want to say the anion is MnO4 minus 1 and it is MnO4 minus 2. Okay? Sir, I am in 11th, so after seeing these 6 papers till now, how should I prepare? Prepare with proper foundations. Prepare with proper basics. That I will tell you. If your basics are weak, first to work on basics, then prepare. If your basics are not good, then don't jump off to big books. First to study easy books, simple books, NCERT level of books, then go to higher level. Okay, Mr. Raneja. Okay, right. Next. Which of the following is paramagnetic and have same bond order? See, answer is 1, leave it off. But here you can see O2 minus is superoxide. Am I right? Everybody should think. It is superoxide and its bond order is 1.5. And N2O, if you take here, it is nothing but N2 dot here, 1 electron. That means this bond order is what? 2.5. So hence this cannot be the answer. And here you can see this is O2 minus 2, this is peroxide. Peroxide bond order is 1.0. And this also cannot be the answer, right? And this anion bond order is 2 and this one bond order is 2.5. This also cannot. The leftover is this one because both of them will have bond order 2.5. Got it? Pihu Chaudhary, Vidya, Srinivas, Ritvik, Jasmine, Raneja, got it? Right, okay, we'll proceed to next question. This is very easy question, dear students. So if you remember this, you can do it very easily. So ionization energy of fluorine is greater than nitrogen, greater than oxygen. Which ionization energy? Ionization energy 1. Because this is half filled. Agree? Correct? Right. No, Jasmine. Someone is asking me, listen, Jasmine, Bhuvan, everyone, bond order you don't need to memorize. Without memorizing, I'll tell you how to do. Jasmine, without memorizing, I'll tell you how to do. So I'll give you some extra tips. Everybody see how to do bond order. For example, it is O2 minus 2. So draw structure. If you draw structure, it is like this. Jasmine, if you draw structure, it is like this. So here you can see how many bonds are there? Only one bond is there. So bond order is 1. Now if you write O2 minus 1, Jasmine, then O2 minus 1 is O2. It has one odd electron here. So it is something like 1.5. So bond order we say 1.5. Suppose it is simply O2. So O double bond O, 2 bonds are there. So bond order is 2. In this way, you can understand instead of by hearting. Got it, Jasmine? So some tips I gave you that no need to by heart. Without by hearting, you can do like this. Okay? Chalo. Next, moving ahead. Okay, we were doing this one. So now everybody know, but everybody knows that oxygen is 2p4. Correct? So ionization energy 1, if you see, it after losing electron, it will become O plus 1. It will become 2p3. That is half filled. It will become. Correct? It will become half filled. But nitrogen, it is 2p3. Its ionization energy 1 is high. But after it becomes N plus 1, it is 2p2 now. It is not half filled, it is incompletely filled. That means ionization energy 2 of oxygen, therefore we can say ionization energy 2 of oxygen will be greater than ionization energy 2 of nitrogen. Right? Got it, dear students? Okay, Uday is giving some cutoff and something like that. Okay, good Uday, nice to see you. Okay, so we have one question and after that our mathematics faculty Akshay sir is going to come and he will discuss mathematics questions. Okay, right. Now this is the next question from chemistry. Did this question came Uday, Jasmine, Bhuvan, Pihu, Shiva, Srinivas? Everyone tell me, did this question came? Obviously students only gave us, it has come in examination. Okay. So what is the number of tripeptides? Chiranjeevi paper was moderate. Chemistry only some places calculations were there in physical, but overall we can say chemistry paper was moderate. Maths and physics I can't tell, that maths and physics sir can answer. Okay, no problem, thank you. Now look here. What is the number of tripeptide bond formed when alanine A, glycine G, valine V? So this question is like permutations and combinations type of question where same amino acid is not repeated. So here dear students, so means what, you should not take like this A. This type you should not take, or you should not take like A, G you cannot take. So you should not repeat the question, these are not to be taken. So without repeating, if you take, then you can take alanine, valine and glycine, reverse of it, glycine, valine and alanine. Then alanine, glycine and valine, reverse of it, valine, glycine and alanine. Okay, then here glycine, alanine and valine, here valine, alanine and glycine. So here you can see 2 here and 2 here and 2 here, total 6 combinations you are going to get. Glycine, yeah, got it dear students? Actually, whenever I have small Ramesh, I have reading glasses. I do not have, these are big in size so I can read nicely. So reading glasses I have. So that is why I didn't use my specs. Okay, chalo, right? So now dear students, I hope you got it. So this question was from atomic structure. See dear students, those who are writing 28th exam or those who are writing, those who are in grade 11, remember one thing is that atomic structure is very important. So atomic structure question, very simple question came. This is from D block, this is from chemical bonding, this is from periodic, this is from biomolecule. So all the 5 questions are from easy chapters. Oh, thank you Ramesh, you are my student. Okay, so thank you Ramesh. So I have reading glasses, so whenever I am close to laptop, whenever I am reading books, I need specs, otherwise I don't need specs. So I welcome to my friend, our mathematics faculty, who is going to take over our next class. So now dear students, already every teacher is telling you about this, to download the app and take the details. Are you following all of you all? So please download this app and you can just check your JEE Mains rank based upon your home state, caste, gender, etc. and you will get an idea about the admission. So I welcome my friend, my colleague, mathematics faculty and some of the students, teacher, Bharat sir. Okay, Bharat sir, please welcome sir.
Hi sir.
Hello sir, thank you.
Sir,
So
how is today's chemistry paper, sir?
sir, today's chemistry paper is moderate.
Okay.
And only physical chemistry 2-3 questions where calculations are required.
Okay.
And that calculations are not chemistry, they are mathematical calculations.
Oh, fine.
So
So, you
if they are-
require math again.
And basic math, it's not like any advanced or high level maths,
Okay.
integrations or something big. It's simple fundamental maths,
Okay.
but they should be very clever in decimals, etc.
Okay.
Then they can do it. If they do mistakes in decimals or simple mathematics calculations, because in hurry, chances are there even I can do mistake.
Yes, sir.
There is a human error is always open.
Okay.
Okay. So, but overall speaking, chemistry paper, sir, was very moderate. We
Okay.
can't say easy.
Okay.
We can't say tough. Moderate and few numerical based questions where if they do calculations on time, they
Yes,
can save time, because calculations will generally consume a lot of time.
Correct,
And that
sir.
will act as a speed breaker to the students.
Correct. Sir.
Okay, dear students. So, Bharat sir, we can see some of our students are there.
Hi, dear
Ramesh,
students.
Varam Ramesh,
Yes,
but
Ramesh.
I don't know his exact name. So
Yeah,
dear-
Ramesh, our student, sir.
Ramesh, okay. He was asking me, sir, where are your specs?
Okay.
Because generally when I take class, I use my specs.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have reading glasses.
Yes, sir.
So now I am not using, so he's asking me, where are your specs?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
ये केमिस्ट्री इजी ही क्या था सर सेकंड शिफ्ट का? ये केमिस्ट्री इजी ही क्या सर?
हाँ,
So-
easy है क्या?
इजी है क्या? ओके.
हाँ.
इजी नहीं बोल सकते, मॉडरेट बोल सकते हैं.
Moderate, okay.
लेकिन अगर इफ यू आर माय स्टूडेंट, अगर तुम मेरे स्टूडेंट थे, रिवीजन क्लासेस रेगुलरली अटेंड करें, जेटीएम्स ठीक ठाक लिखें, तो तुम्हारे को इजी ही लगेगा. दैट इज फॉर श्योर.
Perfect.
Okay sir, please continue with your
Okay, sir.
mathematics.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
all
you
of
very much. Yeah, dear students. So pleasure to see you all, guys. How are you? How are you, boys and girls? 28th, Ramesh. Okay, all the best, Ramesh. So you have ample of time. You can revise comfortably. You got 25th Sunday, 26th Monday. Yeah. Yes, please join the class. Yeah. Chalo. So revise all the memory based papers and all, you will get some idea. But over all the papers, I can say, dear students, most importantly, physics, chemistry are scoring math is bit lengthy, almost all the lectures, I mean all the papers. So spend more time for physics, chemistry, and be careful while taking the decision in chemistry. Check twice and answer, and the rest of the time you spend for math. Okay, right? Chalo. 200 marks are coming in 21 shift 1, then need to write April attempt. Yes, but still, if you, even though you get 200 marks, you prepare for second shift. That is necessary because advanced preparation and mains preparation not much different, especially with respect to math. So you give second attempt definitely, right? Chalo. So this question, guys, we shall see here. So the maximum value of n for which 40 power n divides 60 factorial. You see this question? So this 60 factorial must be divisible by 40 power n. So 40 is nothing but, you can say 2 cube into 5, correct? So, but 60 factorial, if you take, how many multiples of 2 you can find? 2, it divides 30 times, 2 square 15 times, 2 cube, this is 7 times, 2 power 4, again you divide this with 2, you will get 3, then 1. So that means you can 45, 52, 55, 56. So that means the 60 factorial you can write 2 power 56 into k. That means from this you can take out 2 power 56 common. Similarly, the 60 factorial, what many number of 5s can be taken common? 5 means 12, then again 2. So that means 14. So this is, you can write 5 power 14 into L. So guys, together we can write this as 2 cube power, you can write into 2 square, you can write into k. So now, so what maximum number can be taken common? We just see here, this is 60 factorial, finally you can write, so 2 cube power 18 into 5 power 14 into, of course, 2 square into KL. So what maximum 2 cube into 5 can be taken common? Maximum is 14. You can take maximum is 14. Yeah. So you can write 14 is the answer for this. 14 is the answer. N, the maximum value of n that can be taken is going to be, so this will be in 14. So you are saying, array yaar, A1, A2, A3, A4 are in AP, sum is 48, product plus L power 4 is 361, then find the greatest term. That is easy question related to AP GP. Fine, good. Answer 11 14 hai. Answer is 14. Okay. Next, you see the range of this function, sine inverse of 1 by x square minus 2x plus 1. You just see this function, x square minus 2x plus 2 is a function which is upper parabola whose minimum value is, you can write, this is x minus 1 whole square plus 1, minimum is 1, maximum is infinity. So the reciprocal 1 greater than or equal to 1 by x square minus 2x plus 2 is greater than 0. That means this input open 0 to closed 1, and hence the range of this function will become open 0 to closed pi by 2 is the range. So hope this is, which if it is minus 2, is it minus 2? Yeah, if it is minus 2, suppose if it is minus 2, what happens is, let me explain the, if it is minus 2, suppose this is sine inverse of 1 by x square minus 2x minus 2, you can write this x minus 1 whole square minus 3, correct? In this case, in this case, what is its range? Its minimum value is minus 3, maximum is infinity. So what about its reciprocal? Its reciprocal takes from minus infinity to minus 1 by 3, closed, union, you will get 0 to infinity, you can say like open 0 to open infinity. So we will restrict the domain such a way that it takes the domain will be taken from -1 to -1 by 3 union open 0 to closed 1. We restrict the domain here. So accordingly the range comes like here. So the range of sine inverse function, you can say open 0 to closed pi by 2 you will get, union here you will get, this is minus pi by 2, right, minus pi by 2 to sine inverse of -1 by 3 you will get. If the data is like this, you can expect answer like this, okay, right. So got it, dear students? Array, many of you are watching the session but you didn't like the session, yeah, you didn't like, thumbs up, right, okay, fine, chalo. So anyhow you can do this question in this way. I guess it is +2, for that the answer is easy. If it is -2, find the range of this. If this is the range, sine inverse takes only the values from between -1 to 1. So -1 to -1 by 3 you take, open 0 to 1 you take, for that you just apply sine inverse, this is going to be the range, okay, right. So Shivakumar, you want me to solve the AP question? After this question I will take, just wait. So now this question, you see this is a functional relation, here m value is given by this. What is this m value? You see, this is sum of squares of first 9 natural numbers, that is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, which is 2 times 3 times 2 5 times, which is 15 into 19. When m is 15 into 19, if you replace this m with 15 into 19, this 19 can be taken out, 3f of x plus 2f of 15 by x is equal to 15x. Now it is a standard functional relation, yeah. Now what we can do here is, so replace x by 15 by x, 3 times 15 by x plus 2 times, this is 15 by x will become x is equal to 15 square 225 by x, because replace x by 15 by x, right. Okay, the next, so this is equation 1 and equation 2. To eliminate this, multiply this with 3, so that this becomes 9, this becomes 6, this becomes 45x. Multiply this with 2, so that this becomes 6, this becomes 4, into 2 it becomes. Now you subtract, these two terms get cancelled, 5 times f of x is nothing but, you can take 45x, you can write, minus 225 into 2, 450 by x. So you just take 45 common, x minus 10 by x. So 5 9 times this is, therefore finally you will get f of x value to be 9 into x minus 10 by x. Now he is asking us to calculate f of 5 minus f of 2. What is f of 5? This is 5 minus 2, 3, which is 9 into 3, 27, and f of 2 is going to be, this is 9 into, you can say 2 minus 10 by 2, 5, 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So 27 minus of minus 27, 54 is the right answer. 54 is the right answer, okay. So this is a simple functional relation which you can answer comfortably, okay. Next, you see this question, if you just take 1 by 3 as A, 4 by 7 as B, you see the question is like A plus B plus A square plus B square plus AB plus A cube plus A square B plus AB square plus B cube plus and so on. This is the one. Now you just multiply with A minus B and divide with A minus B, so that it becomes A square minus B square plus A cube minus B cube plus A power 4 minus B power 4 plus and so on infinity by A minus B. Now a square a cube a power 4 infinite GP with first term a square common ratio a square by 1 minus a, right, minus similar logic b square by 1 minus b by a minus b. Now a is 1 by 3. Now you can calculate, this is 1 by 9 by 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3 minus b square is 16 by 49 minus 1 minus 4 by 7 will become 3 by 7 divided by 1 by 3 minus 4 by 7. Now you can compute the calculations here. This is going to be 3 by 18, you can say. So this is 3 times 1 by 6 minus 7 times 16 by 21 divided by, this is 7 minus 12 by 21. So you can just compute this. This is 21. You can just compute from here. I don't want to waste your time. You just calculation related one here. So you can take, if you want, 42, 7 means 21, 2 times 32 by, this is minus 5 by 21. So 21 2 times, this is going to be 7 minus 32 is minus 25 by 42 into, you can write minus 21 by 5. 21 2 times, 5 times. Okay, 5 by 2 you will get S value to be. Okay, so just calculation based. One small idea related to basic algebra, you just multiply and divide with a minus b, it is done. Very simple question it is. Yeah, let this equation have 4 real and distinct roots. Arey yaar, this is quadratic in x square. So suppose to have 4 distinct and real roots, x square value, because it is pure and x term and x cube terms are not there. So you have to get, suppose if I take x square as t, it is like t square minus at plus 9 equal to 0. You must get here 2 different positive numbers. So that 2 different positive numbers. So that x1 is say t1, so that will have 2 different numbers. So that means this equation must have 2 distinct positive roots. So b square minus 4ac must be strictly greater than 0. So a belongs to minus infinity to minus 6 union 6 to infinity. But you have to get both the roots positive, means product anyhow positive, sum of the roots must also be positive. So a must be positive, you have to discard this part. So a belongs to open 6 to infinity. Then what is the least integral value of a? So least integral value of a is going to be 7. 7 is the answer for this. Okay, right, that's it. So next, this question, you see, f of alpha is the area bounded by the curves in first quadrant. X is 0 to x is equal to 1. You see, this is x axis, this is x is equal to 0, which is y axis, x is equal to 1, which is another vertical line, and area bounded between these two, and y is equal to x square is this curve, y is equal to x square, and of course here x is equal to 1 in the sense y is equal to 1. This point is 1 comma 1, and so area between 1, 2, 3 and this curve. What is this curve? Seems to be big. The answer is given as f of alpha. He wants f of 0 means take alpha is 0 and see what is this curve. If alpha is 0, this is 5 minus 1, that's it. That is y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4 is a horizontal line somewhere here. Now, what is the area between these two, y is equal to 0 and this? In the sense this area. So, which is nothing but, so f of 0 is integral 0 to 1. Upper curve is y is equal to 4 and lower curve is x square dx. Correct. So 4 integral is 4x minus x cube by 3. Apply the limits 0 to 1. You will get 4 minus 1 by 3 minus 0. 11 by 3 is f of 0. Now, what about f of 1? If you want f of 1, the rest of the curve is okay, but this changes. For that, what we can do is, so suppose you take this out. Yeah. So let me take here. So this is the one. So put alpha is equal to 1. What does it become? Y is equal to, if mod x minus 5 minus mod 1 minus x plus x square. Arey, we are discussing this in the case when x is between 0 to 1. When x is between 0 to 1, mod in this case, whatever the curve is, x minus 5 is negative, so 5 minus x, minus 1 minus x is positive, so minus 1 plus x square. Plus x minus x gets cancelled, you will get 4 plus x square. This is y is equal to x square plus 4. So this curve at 4 units, this curve will be like this. So it goes like this. So we can say this integral 0 to 1. So upper curve is y square or x square plus 4 minus lower curve is x square dx. So integral is 4x between the limits 0 to 1, you will get 4. Sum of these two is the answer. 12 plus 11, which is 23 by 4 is the answer for this. F of 0 and f of 1 will become 23 by 4. Okay. The next, yeah. So somebody is asking about that AP question. What is that AP question, please? Let me know that AP question. So what is that AP question you are asking about? Yeah, can I get that AP question, please? So that we can discuss here. Come on. Yeah, so you have, so this question you have to put alpha is 1, alpha is 0. Otherwise, it seems to be very lengthy question. So AP question, can I please get Shiv Kumar? You asked it right. Fine. So math part, we can say today's question, these questions are not so difficult, but so by seeing these few questions, we cannot say that math paper is easy. So math paper is definitely, it is lengthy and time taking. Okay. And I don't know how many of you have written yesterday's paper. Yesterday's paper math was very lengthy. So I guess as per my knowledge, so math out of all the shifts that I have seen, so 23rd paper 2 may be one of the toughest papers. Out of the 6 we have received so far, 8 we have received so far. Okay. Anyhow, we are left with only 2 more tests, that is on 28th, and all the best guys, those who are going to write on 28th, you have ample of time. What about 28th math paper? That we'll do in the evening, Ramesh. 28th evening we shall do, but we can't predict, but we can say it will be in the similar line. Okay. But one thing is sure, so if you are good at physics and chemistry, spend time there with physics and chemistry, then go with math. Math paper, almost in every paper, math paper is lengthy and time taking. So that's what the comment I have been saying for the past 4 years. It's a routine comment. Physics easy, chemistry moderate, math lengthy and bit time taking, tough. It's a very routine one. So the paper is following the same trend. Even on 28th also you can expect the same kind. Okay guys. So somebody asked a question from AP. Do you have that question? Yeah. Right. And you see, rank check karo. So guys, those who are going to write the test, yeah, so in the recent exam we have seen question from I can say conics. In yesterday's paper also we've seen 2-3 questions. Conics you revise, but the paper is just like standard. So math, yeah, Ramesh. So once again I tell you, statistics question, statistics you revise, and relations, easy questions. Then you go with vectors, 3D, matrices, standard areas. So even though the paper is lengthy and tough, he's not missing the standard areas. So the questions are there from the topics what that I have told in the class, that is set 1 topics. So he's following that, you just do that guys. Okay Ramesh, got it? Set 1 topics that I have given in the class, you just follow. So especially vectors, 3D geometry, matrices, binomial theorem, we can say parabola, ellipse, hyperbola concept together. Oh, you are a 11th grade student. Okay, are you in 11th? So enjoy the game. So catch up. Yeah. 12th topics is, that's what I am saying. 12th topic you have to go with mostly vectors and 3D. Of course, differential equation, LDE question is important. Definite integrals is giving easy questions. Okay, definite integrals, easy questions, and indefinite integrals sometimes lengthy. Today's indefinite integral question is also easy, nothing to worry about it. And okay, that's nice. Anyhow, Aniruddha sir is waiting here with physics questions. Maybe most of the students are waiting for questions. After that we will discuss again. Stay tuned to Infinity Learn. Hi sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes sir. Today's physics paper, what is your feedback, sir?
So far it's been easy, sir. We have
Easy.
got around 15 questions, and I
Okay.
haven't seen anything that is like, if anyone has conceptual understanding, has practiced PYQs,
Okay.
they should not have too much difficulty with this.
Fine, wonderful sir.
Thank
Fine
you,
sir,
I'll
see
carry
you.
on.
Okay
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's continue with our physics section. Like I already said to Bharat sir, that the questions so far we have got in physics, none of them have been that challenging. If you've been doing your PYQs, the standard questions, and following the sessions I have conducted on this YouTube channel, you should be doing very well in this paper, because lots of questions have come common from our YouTube sessions, from our paper predictor, from the GTMs that have been conducted. So let's get started with the questions. First one says, what is the correct truth table? Now I haven't got the options. So over here, I'll just do the final Boolean relation, and I'll give you what is the correct truth table possible for that. So over here, you have A coming into both of them. Now this is an AND gate, right? In an AND gate, basically over here, that means you get an A dot A, which is just A, right? I'll pick the yellow color. That's just A that comes through this. Over here, you get an A and B passing through a NAND gate, which means it is an A dot B whole bar. Now again, remember, when it goes both terminals of the AND gate, it stays as it is, nothing changes. So over here also you will get an AB whole bar. So an A goes from there and AB whole bar goes from there, they pass through an AND gate. So you will have A dot AB whole bar. I can slightly expand it with the De Morgan's to make it A dot A bar plus B bar. If I open it up, I will get an A bar, A dot A bar plus AB bar. A dot A bar is 0, so I'll just have an AB bar. This is my final Boolean relation. Tell me students, was this the diagram? Was this the Boolean setup that you had? And I'll show you the truth table. It's AB bar. So if I draw the truth table here, suppose 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So it is AB bar. When I go for 0, 0, this is an AND over here. One of them is 0, the other one will become 1. Doesn't matter. It's an AND operation. So I will get a 0. Right? Next, I have a 1, 0. 1, 0, this is 1. And 0 bar will make it 1. So I'll have a 1 and a 1. The answer would be 1 because it's an AND. Next, 0, 1. Over here, I know at least one of them is 0. A is 0 over here. So it would stay 0. Even if I go with 1 and 1, in 1 and 1, this is 1, but this would become 0 because it's B bar. So 1 and 0, that would give you 0. This would be the correct truth table for the setup. Okay? Got it, everyone? Let's move to our next question then. This says find the value of force on the charge of 1 microcoulomb. This is 1 microcoulomb here. I'm assuming this is something you can assume it's Q naught. This is 1 microcoulomb here from the uniformly charged rod. This is exactly a question I had done in my YouTube sessions. So the way you proceed is that you can't find, there's no formula directly for the length. You only have the formula for force for point charges. So you have to consider tiny strips here and take them as point charges. So let's say I take a tiny strip here of thickness dx, which is at a distance of x from this q over here. So how much charge is there in this dx part? The dq is equal to the total charge of 2 microcoulomb distributed over a length of 10 centimeter, which is a 10 to the power minus 1 meter, times the dx, right? Which just makes it 2 times 10 to the power minus 5 dx. We have that. Now just the force because of that dq amount of charge with q, that's df is equal to k into q dq divided by the distance between that to this is the x divided by the x square. So I have k, q is constant, that's 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 also I can pull out. I'll have an integration of dx over the x square here. And obviously I'm going to integrate that to get the total force. What are the limits of x? X value, since I'm measuring from the charge onwards, it starts like 2 centimeter, goes till 12 centimeter here, right? You're going from 2 to 12. So I can go 2 to 12 over here. 12 because at this point is 12 centimeters away. So at that point, I can plug the values in. K is 9 times 10 to the power 9. Q is provided 1 microcoulomb. So 10 to the power minus 6 times 2 into 10 to the power minus 5. And 1 by x square will give me minus 1 by x. That minus 1 by x over a limit of 12 to 2 would be 1 by 2 minus 1 by 12. If I plus plug in the limits, I did 1 by x. Right? So once I have that, let's see, I have a 10 to the power minus 11, 10 to the power 2, 9 into 2, that's 18. 18 times 10 to the power minus 2. And over here, what do I get? This goes with an LCM of 12. Up top, I will have a 6 minus 1, so 5 by 12. This will go with a factor of 6. This will have a 1 as it is because the LCM is the same as that. So at this point, what can I make? I can make this. I missed out one thing. There's a 10 to the power minus 2 here. Why? Because these are in centimeters. We plug the limits of centimeters. So what I can do is there's a 10 to the power minus 2. This cancels out. This goes with a 3. This goes with a 2. 3 into 2, 15 divided by 2. The answer would be 7.5 Newton. Okay, got it everyone? It is 7.5 Newton. We'll move to our next question now. This says a uniform rope is supported by 2 level pin supports, so fixed over there as shown. Mass of the rope is m. Then what is the tension at the midpoint? Not tension throughout, but what is the tension value at the midpoint? First thing, you look at the overall system. On the overall body, what are the forces acting? You have over here weight acting, and you know the tensions are acting over here. The total tension at these points is given by this. The tension at just that point, the tension value might alter, might change. This is 30, so this is 30. 30. So in this direction, you have T sine 30. Here also you have T sine 30. And if you think of the full body, of the full setup, in the full setup, the net forces should stay balanced. So this in the vertical line, T sine 30 and T sine 30, so 2T sine 30, that has to support the weight mg. Sine 30 is what? Half. So T is just mg. The half will cancel the T out, cancel the 2 out. Now that is done, I want what is the tension at the midpoint. Over here, what I do is that I focus only on half of the string. On that half of the string, what are the forces acting horizontally? You see, and on this end, the tension is going to pull horizontally to the side, right? The tension is going to pull because at that point, tension always pulls along the string. At that point, tangentially, that direction it's pulling. If you look at the overall body, horizontally the string doesn't move. So the horizontal forces should stay balanced. Over here, the horizontal force is provided by the T cos 30. No other horizontal force is acting on the system. So that means the T cos 30 should be equal to the tension at the center. So tension at the center is T cos of 30. T value we already got as mg and cos 30 is a root 3 by 2. The answer is option B. No questions coming in units and measurements. Today I think we got a question. We are still verifying that. And obviously in the chat, students, you can help us out by telling if the questions are correct, if there's alterations in values or anything. But I think we saw a question on vernier calipers. Our team is still verifying that. But I think there is a question on vernier calipers. Okay. We'll move to the next question. By the way, students, we have an entire team that's constantly working in the back end to provide you these. There's verifications going on, checking with multiple students, and all of these students who have provided them are students like you who just want to help the candidates who are coming in the shifts that are after them. So let's have a few likes for them for that entire team and all those students who have provided these questions to us. So like the video for that and let's have a thumbs ups in the chat. Okay. Over here, it says resistance of each side is R. Find the equivalent resistance between A and B. Symmetry circuits. Symmetry circuits, very, very common. You know, whatever current enters into this, that current passes through here, a part goes here and the part flows out through here. Same way, whatever current enters here, that goes, splits into, this part flows through here and flows out. Meaning, this is a very, very common question. I have done this in class multiple times. All you have to think about is that this part is disconnected. Meaning you just have this resistance turning and then continuing. This resistance turning and continuing. Meaning the equivalent setup, if I draw, equivalent setup looks something like this. Bends up. In fact, I should have drawn this a little lower. Not connected. Right, over here you have this turns. It's almost you consider disconnected. Why? Because there's no current exchange. It's a symmetric circuit. It's going to be a symmetric circuit over here. Right? So in that setup, what is the equivalent resistance of each of the sections? All are R, right? So this part is 2R. 2R and this R are in parallel. So what is their equivalent? 2R times R divided by 3R. 2R plus R, that's a 2R by 3. That 2R by 3, this entire is 2R by 3, that is in series with another R and R. So I can write then the equivalent of the resistance of the top line is equal to R plus 2R by 3 plus R, which is equal to 3. You have 6R, that would be an 8R by 3. Same way, lower line will be an 8R by 3 and the middle line will just be an R and R in series, that is 2R. So an 8R by 3, 8R by 3 and 2R are technically in parallel. What is the equivalent then? Reciprocal of 8R by 3, so 3 by 8R. Second line of 8R by 3 and the third line of 2R. Do the LCM, you get an 8R over here, 3 plus 3 and this becomes 4 times plus 4. That's a 10 by 8R. Goes with a 5, goes with a 4. So R equivalent is 4R by 5. Okay, 17 questions in chemistry, that's good. That's a good number. Got it, everyone? Let's move to the next question in physics. Oh, we did this already just now. Let's move into this one. In case of a meter bridge, balanced length for 2 ohms and 3 ohms is L. Now this 2 ohm is replaced by X ohms, and then the balance length shifts L plus 10. So if this is L, it actually shifts that side. So what is the value of X? Now we know in this setup, the 2 ohm by 3 ohm originally, 2 ohm side there was L, so the other one will be 100 minus L, meter bridge. So it's 2 by 3, so if you will get L is equal to 40 centimeter. I can clearly see it from here. 40 divided by 100 minus 40 is 60. 40 by 60 is 2 by 3. That is set up. Now in the new case, it becomes L plus 10, meaning in the new case, when you have X divided by 3, 2 is replaced by X. Now the length is not 40, now it is 50. You have increased by 10. So it is 50 divided by 100 minus 50, which is just 50 by 50, which is 1. So X then is equal to 3 ohms. That is the answer. Easy question, students. Very easy questions. Okay. This one might look complicated, but a very, very simple question. Current through the ammeter in the steady state. Steady state means capacitor behaves like an open circuit. If it behaves like an open circuit, you can ignore this line. If you ignore that line, 8 ohms and 8 ohms are in parallel. So what is the equivalent? 4 ohms. You know, equal resistances in parallel, you just divide by the number of branches. That 4 ohm is in series with this 4 ohm, which means the equivalent of this is 8 ohms. That 8 ohm is in parallel with another 8 ohm. So the resultant parallel equivalent is again 4 ohms. 8 ohm in parallel. Like I said, equal resistances in parallel, you just divide by the number of branches. There are 2 branches with 8 ohm, so 8 by 2. That is in series with this, so the equivalent is 4 plus 6 ohms. That is a 10 ohms. Now at that point, I can find what is the main current that flows, I. That is the voltage of 10 volt divided by this R equivalent of 10 ohm. That is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere goes in here. They are asking what is the current through the ammeter. When the 1 ampere reaches here, it has to break into that line and this line in parallel. In that line, it sees 8 ohm. This line also it sees 8 ohm, which means the current will split equally. So 1 ampere splitting equally means in this direction, it would go 0.5 ampere. So the ammeter in the steady state will get 0.5 amperes. That is the answer. Okay? Okay, I think now we have more questions in chemistry coming up. So while sir comes, I'll just inform you students that our college and rank predictor is there, which you can go and access. It will give you not just your score, but also your college that you would possibly get based on the previous year's data, and it takes into account your rank, home state, gender, caste, all of these things. And also to all of you who are starting your preparation for advanced, remember on this YouTube channel we'll be having regular classes where we will be discussing advanced lectures along with second shift also, session also we will discuss, but we'll have at least 2 classes where advanced PYQs, there are lots of extra topics that are not there in mains but are there in advanced. Those things will be taught at an advanced level, and it's all for free on the Infinity Learn JEE Sri Chaitanya Academy JEE channel. So make sure you stay subscribed, turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on any of them. That's 1 ohm, not 6 ohms. Was it 1 ohms? You're telling me this was 1 ohm? If this is 1 ohm, still not a big deal. Then a 2 ampere will come and the answer will be 1 ampere. Was this 1 ohms? Let's see it in the chat, students. Was this 1 ohm or was it 6 ohms? If it is 6 ohms, here it would be 0.5. If this is 1 ohm, this answer would be 1 ampere. Because then you will have 4 ohms and 1 ohm, that would be 5 ohms equivalent. 10 divided by 5 would be a 2 ampere over there. That's 1 ohm. Okay, could be. All right. So those of you who gave the exam, students, tell me how was the physics paper? So far the questions we have got, they haven't been difficult. They have not been too challenging. They haven't been too difficult. So again, the maths and chemistry, they also play a role over here. But some shifts, for example, in the previous shifts that we have had, physics has been moderate. Today's one, I'll say it's easy. It's kind of like how you had 21st shift 2. That was also a very easy paper. Okay. So Sarfraz sir is here to carry you forward with the chemistry section, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anirudh sir.
Over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, dear students. So welcome to the continuation of the chemistry paper. Okay. Okay, so all are ready. So back from physics, moved to chemistry. Right. So dear students, let us continue with our chemistry questions. Okay, hope you have done well. Chemistry paper till now, whatever I have seen is moderate. Nothing much has come very tough or very hard. So, thank you, Karthik Verma. Thank you. Let's continue. 132 jitne aayenge, also I am a NEET student. Okay, NEET students also can listen. NEET level will be a bit easy, but okay, no problem. So let's continue. Which of the following molecule is secondary alcohol? Very cheap question. Secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol means it should be having 2 carbons in its surroundings. That is secondary alcohol. This is carboxylic acid. It cannot be the answer. Correct, dear students? Here you can see, here you have a carbon, here you have a carbon. So obviously, this is a secondary alcohol. Option C, here you have alkali group, here carbon and here carbon. So this is also a secondary alcohol. This one you have only one. This is primary alcohol. This cannot be the answer. Next question is that here you can see carbon, here you can see carbon. Again, this is secondary alcohol. So answer is B, C and E. So please check in options where is B, C, E. Okay, dear students. What chapters to revise must in organic according to 21, 22, 23, 24 papers? Ramesh, according to the past shifts, you have to be very good in general organic chemistry and you have to be very good in alcohol, phenol, ethers and amines. So as if now analysis what I have seen, maximum questions have come from general organic chemistry. They came from amines, they came from carboxylic acids and that is oxygen compounds. That most of the questions come. Okay, let's continue. Next, the order of wavelength absorbed radiation of the below given. So everybody know that the strength of the ligand. Okay, 1 minute, I will change the color. So we know that strength of the ligand is directly proportional to crystal field splitting. So if it is a strong field ligand, off, this is off. If it is a strong field ligand, it is a powerful ligand, then crystal field splitting will be more, which we also write proportional to delta naught. O means octahedral complexes. So now tell me, in this option, which is strong field ligand, find. Where is strong field ligand? Here you can see cyanide is the strongest field ligand. Hence it will absorb highest. So answer should be D and weakest will be C. Halogens are weakest. So hence D will be highest and C will be the least. So based upon this option 1 and option this cannot be the answer. Right? Now all of you all compare ammonia and water. Okay? So now dear students, if you compare strength of ammonia and water, okay, then what can you get? Tell me. Right? So in ammonia and water, here we can see this will absorb more. So hence A greater than B. Strength of the ligand, spectrochemical series you see, all the students, please see spectrochemical series, right? Spectrochemical series, if you observe, right? Shalini Chawla, please see spectrochemical series once fast. So if you see spectrochemical series, water and ammonia if you compare, right, water and ammonia if you compare, you will get the strength of the ligand. So you can see that ammonia is stronger than water. Okay, next. For a radioactive element, see this problem we can do it by two methods. Okay, I'll show you method 1, which is easy, right? Next, I'll show you method 2, which is long, and I'll show you method 3, simple, means of all, right? So 3 methods I will show you, everyone. So the easiest method is, imagine that you have taken 10 molar concentration, correct? So to become 5 molar, half-life given as how much? 245 days, 245, correct? Then to become 2.5 molar, it will take another 45 days for radioactive elements, because it said radioactive elements. So answer is 245 and 245. So from year to year you can see T75 is completed. So hence the answer is 245 plus 245, it is 490. This is method 1. But imagine you want a more simplified method. So here you can see, we know that T half for radioactive elements T half is 0.693 upon K, because they follow first order kinetics. They follow first order kinetics. So therefore initial concentration has no role. Initial concentration no role. So therefore whatever is required for T half, same time will be required for remaining also further. So therefore this is 245 days. So it will take another 245 days, you will get the answer. So this is method 2. But if you want a bit mathematical type of method, then you can say, if you take T half is equal to 2.303 upon K log base 10, 100 by 100 minus 50, because T half means 50%, correct? And now if you write T 3 by 2, that is 375, you will get 2.303 upon K log base 10, 100 minus 100 upon minus 75%. Now if you find the relationship, you will get T75 or T half is equal to, percentage I wrote off. So T 3 by 4 is 2 times of T half. So this is 2 into 245. Everybody give me thumbs up. Which method did you like? 3 methods are there, which will all will give you the same answer. So this is more mathematical, more logical, and these two are also equally simple. Got it, students? Got it, Geeta, Srinivas, Shalini, everyone? I can't see the chats. Pull it down. Right. Next. So chemistry, dear students, good number of questions are available. Okay. So please fill the form for accurate analysis of your rank, prediction of marks. Right. Now next statement based question. By using 2 different aldehydes, okay, 4 different products are obtained by self aldol and cross aldol. So whenever which one? So last question, D, strong field ligand should be. Acha, order, okay, yeah. So no problem. So he's asking least order, no? Right. So you can do the strength of the order, right? So you can modify it, no problem, right? Okay, so here you can change the question. But let us run fast. So here 2 different aldehydes. If you take 4 different products, so here you can take, for example, if you take acetaldehyde with propanol, and if you heat, then 2 acetaldehydes will give crotonaldehyde, 2 propanols will give this question as hydrogen. So this is CH, this is CH2, this is CH3, right? So here you can see this is by self, correct? This is by self. By crossing you will get 2 more, correct? So everybody agree? Shalini, do you agree? This statement is correct. So by self you will get 2, by cross you will get 2, right? Next, this is statement number 1, which is correct. So, right, next, statement 2, an alkyl cyanide, okay, 1 minute, statement 12, right? An alkyl cyanide, okay, next, after hydrolysis gives a product, okay, put it in water. So what is that product? Carboxylic acid. Then on heating with ammonia, okay, heat with ammonia, so it will give you amide, forms another product, okay. This product on reaction with KOBr, so KOBr is Hoffman degradation reaction, will get amine, right? KOBr. KOBr gives product P, this is product P, which on further reaction with chloroform, okay, chloroform and base gives RNC. Everybody can see this is perfectly correct. Everybody can see. I don't know the answer. I have converted the statements into equations and you can see both are coming correct. Correct. No need to say answers, you can do it. This question, Anju. So he gave you structures, everybody can see this structure is called anti, or it is also called staggered. It has another name. What is that? S-trans. So anti, staggered or S-trans, all the 3 you can see is more stable than this one. Yes, you can see here this is nothing but Gauche. Sorry, this is not Gauche. By mistake I have said Gauche. I am very sorry. It is fully eclipsed, right? So statement 1 is correct. Everybody agree? Statement 1 is correct. This one, this has less steric hindrance than this one. Yes, that only I was saying here. Yes or no? Lot of repulsions are there in fully eclipsed. It is not there in anti. Correct. So hence both the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct. Okay, dear students. Manju, Shalini, right. Next problem. In group 2 cations, calcium, barium. So if you remember, calcium, barium and one more ion is there. Who is that? Strontium. If you treat this with, if everybody remember, ammonium hydroxide, they will not become PPT. They will not become PPT. But in the same ammonium hydroxide solution, if you add ammonium carbonate, then they will become PPT. And generally, you know, all of them will become what PPT? White PPT. Because calcium will become calcium carbonate, barium will become barium carbonate, strontium will become strontium carbonate. Hence, they are becoming white color due to the. This question was easy. Dolly, what are you telling? Sir, the question is correct. The question is wrong. The question didn't give. What do you want to tell? Dolly, tell me. Please put full statements. Don't give half of statements. Okay, dear students? Right. Okay. Dolly, please complete your statement. No problem. Now, next question. Statement 1 and statement 2. Right? Now, Grignard, I will solve. Where shall I solve? Here I will solve. Statement 1. Grignard react with carbon dioxide. So RMgX reacting with carbon dioxide and becomes R followed by hydrolysis. So this will become RCO minus MgX plus. This on hydrolysis gives carboxylic acid RCOOH. Next, which reacts with ammonia then heated with NaCl? Okay, so ammonia, if you heat this with ammonia, so this is type of repeated type of question, this is you will get amide. And now this is heated with NaAOCl, Hoffman degradation reaction, you will get RNH2, which react with chloroform and give final product RNC. So with chloroform and base RNC. So this statement is correct. Correct? Tango, Manju, Dolly, all of you all. The statement is absolutely correct. Statement 2. RNC on hydrolysis can give this is wrong. So everybody know that this on hydrolysis will give RNH2. R will go with NH2 plus you will get formic acid. If he says carboxylic acid is correct, but isocyanates on hydrolysis will give amines. R will go with amine, not with carboxylic acid. Cyanides if you hydrolyze, RCN. Cyanide if you hydrolyze, then it will become R will go with acid and N will go with hydrogens. That is fine. Got it, everyone? Okay. So hence this statement is correct. This statement becomes wrong statement. Okay, dear students? Right. See, everyone, Shalini, Manju, Dolly, everyone, Srinivas, these questions are all based upon memory of students like you people. Okay. So there is a chance that there is the question you may say, sir, this option didn't came. Sir, this statement didn't came. Chances are there. But 80 to 90% they are genuine and accurate. So you will get an idea about the question. Those who attempted the paper and came, they will pakka tell, sir, this came. Yes, sir. Okay, no, sir. But who have not attempted, those who have not attempted, idea will come. Why to bother it came or not came? Imagine that this question didn't came. Imagine this question didn't came. So those who are writing on 28th, didn't came also, it is knowledge. It is subject. It didn't came till now. Those who are attempting on 20th will come. Those who are preparing for April, knowledge, subject, idea. So nothing is called it didn't came. Okay, dear students? Chalo. So how will you distinguish these products? So everyone tell me, these two products if I hydrolyze, correct? If I hydrolyze these two products, so here we will get H and here we will get OH, because imagine I am putting water, I am showing color. Hydrolysis. Now after hydrolysis, this will go and become, this will undergo tautomerism and this will become CH3, CH2, CHO, aldehyde. Okay. This will undergo tautomerism and become CH3, CHO. Right? Now everybody can see that both are aldehydes. Right? So hence you can't distinguish by Fehling, you can't distinguish by Tolen, you can't distinguish by 2,4-DNP. Now coming to iodoform, obviously iodoform is correct, but how it is correct and why it is correct? So everybody can see in acetaldehyde, if I take acetaldehyde here, acetaldehyde is CH3, C double bond O and this is H. This compound if I treat with base and iodine, haloform reaction coming every time. So this will give you CHI3 plus HCOO minus Na plus. So here you can see this will give you yellow PPT. But on the other hand, this compound if I treat with the same base and iodine, it is not going to give any reaction. Please check it, everyone. Uday, Srinivas, everyone. Right? So hence answer no need to tell you, it is iodoform test. I think after this, our maths sir or physics sir will be joining with you for continuation. Okay, sir, can you tell me how did our students, I cannot say my students, our students gave the questions? Please reply, give thumbs up or heart something, so that I will also come to know how did my students give the memory based questions to us, so that we can help the coming up session students and the students who are attempting April, or those who are in grade 11 entering to grade 12, or those who are NEET. This is actually main JEE mains, but I've seen some NEET students are also coming. So knowledge you can grab from anywhere, from wherever it is coming. Right. Next question, last question. Now, this question you can see, heat of atomization of methane, that is actually CH bond. Actually, you should mention CH bond. Okay, is X. In ethane it is Y. Okay. Find out the bond energy relationship of X and Y. So everybody can see, in methane you have the bond energy should be equal to 4 times of X. Yes or no? 4 times of X. Therefore here CH bond energy here will be X by 4 for each bond. 1 minute. So here CH bond energy should be X by 4 each, right? So in ethane, the total bond energy will be equal to Y 6Y, 6Y plus CH, sorry, plus CC bond energy. So equation 1, equation 2. Correct, student? It is not difficult, I know it. You see, 4 bonds, 4x. If where x you are talking about 1, otherwise you can remove this and just you can see that part. One bond is X by 4 total. So here, so now if you solve it here only, so here you can see this Y is nothing but for CH bond. So this is 6 into X by 4 plus CC bond energy. Correct? So now if you solve for CC bond energy, so this is nothing but X, right? So if you solve it, you will get the answer Y minus 3X by 2. So it's not a difficult question, it is a different question, that's all. Okay, okay dear students. What is this? Max questions coming. Okay. So overall the paper of maybe 1-2 questions you leave it off, but majority of the questions are moderate in chemistry. Okay. Okay, right. So I welcome Akshay sir to continue with his mathematics discussion, paper discussion. So that.
Hi sir.
Hello sir, Akshay sir.
So we are back again with math questions, students.
Yes.
And let's have a discussion over the math.
Please continue, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So here we got some math questions, and I can see that the session is getting quite bored. You are not posting any chats in the chat section, guys. Please tell something how. That, just a minute. All right. So am I audible to you guys? You also have to do the comparative study that how was physics in comparison to the previous few shifts, how was chemistry, how was math. And I can also see, guys, there is very less likes in our session. Please like this video. Please please subscribe our channel, and please share this video with your friends, not only on the Telegram, WhatsApp, but in every platform wherever you can share. Please share with the friends. All right, so let's have a discussion over the first question, guys. This is a first question taken from the complex number. They have said that z value is 1 plus I, 1 plus 2I, 1 plus 3I, it is 1 plus ni, and mod z square is 44200. You have to find the value of n. Very easy question, guys. So my dear students, if you have to find the value of the mod z, so the value of the mod z square they have given over here. So basically z into z bar will be actually equals to mod z square. So you just have to multiply by the z bar square. So basically, guys, I'm just taking the multiplication of the conjugate. 1 plus I, 1 minus I, so it will become 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then here 1 plus 2I into 1 minus 2I, so that will become, my dear students, 1 plus 4, so that will become 5. I'm directly writing 5 over here. And then, my dear students, here 1 plus 3I into 1 minus 3I, so I will be able to write here 1 plus 9 and 1 plus 9, so that will become 10. And ultimately, my dear students, it will keep on going till 1 plus n square. I hope you are able to understand this. And this value, my dear students, they have given as 44200. So this value is given to you 44200. Now this is only possible, guys. 5 into 2, 10, 10 into 10, 100. And the next term, if you see, let's say after this, so you will be able to see here 17. And here 100 into 17 will become 1700. And it will be taken till the next term, which is actually formed by 1 plus 5 square. And 1 plus 5 square is 26. So this is actually equals to 44200. So the value of n will be 5. That means I have taken till the fifth term, guys. I have taken till the fifth term and I got this product equal to the left hand side 44200. So that is the reason, guys, n value will be 5 over here. One of the student is saying, sir, please speak in Hindi. देखो हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हैं, because many of the students they understood the English language only, so that's why we are speaking in English. However, my English is also very straight. Like I'm not using too complicated words in my language. However, if you want the Hindi explanation, I can give you. I have just multiplied both the sides. मैंने दोनों तरफ multiply करा conjugate से z bar से इधर और इधर भी इनके conjugate से multiply किया. z into z bar होता है बेटा mod z square. तो ये यहाँ पर इसका mod of 1 plus iota जो होगा वो √2 होगा, लेकिन √2 का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो 2 आ जाएगा. सो हमने यहाँ पर सबके मॉडुलस का स्क्वायर लिखा और हमें पता लगा जब आप इनका प्रोडक्ट 5 तक करके गए, 5th टर्म तक गए, सो यू गॉट दिस प्रोडक्ट 44200. सो दैट इज व्हाई द वैल्यू ऑफ n विल बी 5 ओवर हियर. इज दैट क्लियर टू यू? Is that fine? All right. Again, you want the explanation. Again, the explanation means you multiply this side also by conjugate, you multiply this side by also conjugate, and you just apply the property z into z bar is equals to mod z square. So इसका मॉडुलस निकालो, इसका मॉडुलस निकालो, इसका मॉडुलस निकालो, ऐसे फिफ्थ टर्म तक का मॉडुलस निकालो और प्रोडक्ट करो, आपको प्रोडक्ट यही मिलेगा 44200. So that is why n value will be 5. Thank you. Now let's go ahead for the next question. They have given a ellipse to us, x square over a square plus y square over b square is equals to 1, a is greater than b, and बच्चे they have given a greater than means b it means it is horizontal ellipse, and length of LR is having a formula 2b square by a. This is given to you 30. 2 and 30 will get cancelled, here it will be 15. So b square value I will be able to write here 15 है. बच्चे this one is the first equation. Next, if its eccentricity is the maximum value of this function, बच्चे f of t they have given minus t square, then they have given 2t, and then they have given minus 3 by 4. Bachche, after this, how many questions? Many questions we have to discuss now. Don't worry, just stay calm, stay tuned to this channel. So I'm just taking negative common from the first two terms, beta. Here I have taken negative common, and minus 3 by 4 I'm writing it at last. Now I want to make it a perfect square. So I'm adding 1 and I'm subtracting 1. The combination of the first three terms, beta, it will become t minus 1 whole square. And bache, here minus 1 is remaining, here minus 3 by 4, here negative also, so there. So if I open up the bracket, guys, it will be negative t minus 1 whole square. Minus into minus, beta, it will become plus. So plus 1 minus 3 by 4. You will be able to see here it will be 1 by 4 and here it will be negative t minus 1 by 4, t minus 1 whole square. So bache, this f of t function is given in the form t minus 1 whole square with a negative sign plus 1 by 4. If you want the max value of this, beta, max value, so max value will become 1 by 4. But they have given that the eccentricity is a max value. That means E value is 1 by 4 over here. E square beta having a formula 1 minus B square over A square in the case of ellipse. So I'll just write 1 minus B square over A square. E square is 1 by 16, 1 minus B square over A square. Beta from here, B square over A square, you will be able to write 1 minus 1 by 16, which is actually equals to 15 by 16. But B square value you already know from the first equation, that is 15A. So over here, instead of B square, we are writing 15A beta. A square is in the division, then 15 by 16. 1A will get cancelled beta. We will be cancelling 15 with 15 also. You will be able to get the value of A as 16. If A is 16, then they're asking A square to you. So A square value will become 16 square, which is 256. Now I have to find B square. B square value is 15 times A. A value beta, we already know 16. 16 into 15 if you do. So that will become 160 and then it will become 80. So that will become 240. So B square value beta, here I got 240. I'm writing 240 over here. But if you add both of them, you will be able to get the result 496. So 496 bache will be the answer to this question. Are you all able to understand? So one of the student is saying no voice. Anant is saying no voice. Is that so? Am I audible, sir? All right, thank you. So my dear students, now we have to move to the next question, guys. Here we have a differentiable equation in the interval 0 to infinity, such that y of 1 they have given equal to 2, my dear students, and limit of t tending towards x, one function is given to you in the form of t and x is equals to 3 for x greater than 0, and then 2 times y2 value they are asking. So how will I be able to handle this question? But in this question I will applying the L'Hopital rule. So apply the L'Hopital rule in this question. So what you will do, you assume, my dear student, x as a constant. So here it will be 2t and then y of x is given to you. Then x square, then you will have y dash t given to you. And then my dear students, x is a constant. So that's why my dear students, 0 minus 1 will be there. And then bache, they have said t will be replaced with x and here it is 3. So bache, what you need to do, wherever t is written, you have to write x. So it will be 2x and then y of x and then minus x square and then bache it is y dash x and here beta it is minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now we form a differential equation. How? Beta it is x square, y dash I am writing dy by dx beta and I am taking this to the other side. It will be 2xy with a negative and minus 3 beta was already there. So bache, now I'll divide the entire equation by x square. So it will be dy by dx. It will be minus 2 upon x into y and bache here it will be 3 upon x square. Now beta, I have to find the integrating factor. Since it is a linear differential equation, so integrating factor will be e raised to the power p dx. So beta, here it will become e raised to the power minus 2 log x. Bache, here it will be plus 1 upon x square. So integrating factor we got 1 upon x square. Now we have to write the solution. So it will be y into integrating factor is equals to integration of q. What is q here? 3 by x square into integrating factor and then my dear students plus c. So bache, here 3 upon x raised to the power 4 we have. So it is actually x raised to the power minus 4. So 3 times x raised to the power minus 4 plus 1 over minus 4 plus 1 and then plus c, here it is y upon x square. Now bache, y upon x square is equals to final answer. Y upon x square is equals to 3 and 3 got cancelled. It is minus 1 upon x cube bache and here we have plus c. They have given us a relationship to get the value of c and the relationship is, that means if you substitute x value 1 and you substitute y value 2, you will have the value of the constant c. So instead of x you put 1 and instead of y you put 2. So here you will have 2 is equals to minus 1 plus c. So c value you will have from here. Are you all able to understand how we got the value of c? Once you have the c value over here, you will substitute the c value over here in this. And then bache, they are asking you to write 2 times y of 2. So you will be substituting x value 2 now and you will be evaluating y value over here. Whatever the y value you will have from here, you have to multiply by 2. Are you all able to understand? This is a simple question, no? My dear students, this is a linear differential equation question. Everyone can handle it. Given in the form of limits, apply the L'Hopital rule and simplify it. Is that clear, guys? Are you all able to understand? Can we go ahead for the next question? All right. Let's go ahead for the next question. Here we have one AP question, A1, A2, A3 be the AP. And then, my dear student, common difference is L. Can I consider 4 terms in the AP, A1, A2, A3, A4 as, whenever I have to consider 4 terms in the AP, can I take in this manner, if you all allow me? Can I take in this manner? All right. They have given that the sum of the 4 terms is equals to 48. So if you add all of them, 3L get cancelled, L get cancelled, 4A value bache 48. So A value beta you will be able to get 12. That means these numbers will be now 12 minus 3L, 12 minus L, 12 plus L, and then 12 plus 3L. Now they have given bache the product of all 4 plus L power 4. So if you do the product of the first and last, you will have A square minus B square. Is that fine? If you do the product of the middle one, you will have A square minus B square, 12 square minus L square. And bache added with L power 4 will give you the result 256. Now here you have to write the value of L. Okay. So one of the student is saying, sir, why? So I consider these 4 terms in AP. Can you see that the difference in this AP is getting equal to 2L over here? All right. So they mentioned as L, but we have taken, let's say A minus 3D you can take if you want to write it. A minus 3D, A minus D. So differences they have mentioned L over here, no? So let's do one thing. Let's do one thing again. I'm writing it again. So let's say A1, A2, A3, A4 are given, no? A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. We can take in this manner, or we know that here the difference we are taking as 2D, 2D is L. So D value will be L by 2. Are you getting my point? So you can take A minus 3L by 2 because you have to write in terms of L, I think so. Then A minus L by 2 and then A plus L by 2 and then beta A plus 3L by 2. Now is it fine? Now if you do the difference, you will be having L only. All right. So bache, now what you have to do? You have to take the product of all of them. A square minus 9L square by 4, A square minus L square by 4. And beta here if you add all of them, so 4A value beta you will have 48, A value you will have 12. So bache, instead of A you will write 12 square. So 144 minus 9L square by 4. And bache 144 minus L square by 4. And this added with L raised to the power 4. Now we have a confusion. What was the question actually? Was it a constant 256 over here? Like we have this confusion. What was the constant here? Because student who given us the question, it was a memory based question, he was also not remembering, and he told us the constant question can have the constant as 36 also, 256 also. So ultimately, let's say whatever the constant will be available to us over here, so we will be just multiplying it, we will be opening the bracket over here, and thus we will be simplifying for the value of L. So according to one of the students, they mentioned that L value over here is actually, okay, 361. Okay. This was a constant. Okay. So let us assume that the constant here is 361. So we will be simplifying it for the value of L now. So if you simplify, you just see that whether L is getting 6 or not. And if L is getting 6 bache, then my dear students, we will have the 4 terms as 12 minus 3 into 3. So that will become 9. 12 minus 9, it will be 3. And you have to maintain a difference of 6. So that will become, my dear students, 3. Then it will become 9. Then it will become 15. And then it will become 21. So bache, this will be the largest term then. So this constant, if it is 361, then the L value will be 6 and then the largest term will be 21. According to this, we have to deal with this question. Are you all able to understand this? Yes. Thank you. Now, once you all are able to understand this, let us go ahead with the next question. This is a question of statistics. They have said that x is the natural number between 1 and 19. And my dear student, y is dependent on x with the relationship a times x plus b. If the mean and variance of element y are 30 and 750, then the sum of all possible values of b. So let's find the mean of the x. This is mean of x. Mean of x is n plus 1 by 2. So that will become 19 plus 1 by 2. So that will become 20 by 2, which is 10. Let's find the variance of the natural number from 1 to 19. This is for the x set I am writing. Variance is n square minus 1 by 12 formula. N value is 19. 19 square minus 1 upon 12. So it is 361 minus 1, 360 over 12 beta. It will become 30. So we got the variance, we got the mean of the set x. Now let's say for y. Y mean, y bar will be a times x bar plus b, because whatever you do with the terms, the same happen with the means also. Let's say you are multiplying by a to all terms, you are adding b to all terms. So the same thing will happen with mean also. Multiply mean with a and add b to the mean. X bar is having a value 10, so it will become a times 10 plus b. And y bar they have given to you as 30. So we will write 30. But this is the first relationship between a and b. Now beta, if you add b to each terms and you think about will there be a change in variance, so the variance remains unchanged. And my dear students, if you multiply a to each term, will the variance change? Yes, the variance will change. Variance will become a square times. So my dear students, variance of y will be a square times the variance of x, because every term of x is multiplied by a. Now variance of x is 30, so a square times 30 is equals to the variance of y 750. 0 and 0 will get cancelled. A square value will be having 25. A value will be plus minus 5. So bache, if a value is 5, let's say, if a value is 5, so over here 50 will come. So b value will be minus 20. B value will be minus 20. So I'll write here minus 20. And beta, if a value is minus 5, so here bache 50 will come. So b value will be 80. Now bache, what they are asking, the sum of all possible values of b. So over here 80 and minus 20, that will bring us the result 60. So the 60 should be the answer to this question. Are you all able to understand how we did this question, guys? Is that clear to you? Can we go ahead for the next question? All right. Next, they says point h comma k lies on circle. That means h square plus k square is equals to 4. However, they said that this particular coordinate lies on ellipses. That means x is 2h plus 1 and y is 3k plus 2. So x comma y lies on ellipse. X comma y lies on ellipse. If x is this and y is this, evaluate h. H value will be x minus 1 upon 2. K value will be y minus 2 over 3. So this h comma k will be substituted here. X minus 1 upon 2 whole square. And then y minus 2 upon 3 whole square is equals to 4. So I will write x minus 1 whole square over 16, because I'll take this 4 to this side. And my dear students, y minus 2 whole square over 9 and 4 also is being multiplied by 36 is equals to 1. So this is how you will be able to get the equation of ellipse. Now my dear students, once you get the equation of ellipse, then my dear students, what you need to do, you have to find the eccentricity. Eccentricity is having a formula 1 minus b square over a square. This ellipse is a vertical ellipse over here. So you have to consider this as b, this as a. You can cancel the common factor if you want. So you can see here the common factor is 4. Here it will be 4. Here it will be 9. 9 minus 4. Here you are having e square value as 5 by 9. And bache, they asked 5 upon e square. So if you write the value of 5 upon e square, so the value of 5 upon e square will be 9. So that is why, my dear students, 9 should be the answer to this question. Is that clear to everyone? Are you all able to understand that how we got the answer to this problem, guys? Now we will be moving ahead. Oh, so we are now done with the 5 questions of 6 questions around of mathematics section. And I hope that whatever the questions we got till now, whatever the questions being discussed with you till now, so those questions were easy to do in mathematics section. However, I would say that whenever we get the memory based questions, no, so first of all, students share those questions only which the student has did in the exam. That means first of all, we usually get the easy question, and then after that we get the difficult questions. All right. So Aniruddha sir is with us to discuss the next set of the physics question. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's begin with the next set of physics questions again. Same feedback that I'll give like I gave last time. Questions have been easy so far, nothing too difficult, not even too complicated calculations. It's pretty straightforward. Let's start with it. First one, it says a gas contains mass filled in a closed cylinder at a pressure of 3.23 kilopascals. It has a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. The gas is heated to double its temperature. Then the modified pressure is how much? Now over here, you see this is basically an isochoric process because it's in a closed cylinder. The volume cannot change. So P1 by T1 is P2 by T2. Simple. So we are looking for that P2. P2 is just P1 T2 divided by T1. Now the temperature is set 50 degrees Celsius originally and it is doubled. So this new temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. But when I plug this here, I have to keep it in kelvins. Remember, the ideal gas equation always work with Kelvin. So 50 degrees Celsius is basically 323 Kelvin, 273 plus 50, whereas T2 is equal to 373 Kelvin because it is plus 100. We take it, plug it in here. P1 is what? 3.23 kilopascals times T2 is 373 divided by T1 is 323. This goes with 100 and this obviously 10 to the power 3 is there because this was kilo. So that's just over here 3.73. P2 is 3.73 kilopascals. That's it. That is the answer. Okay, simple question. Again, not very calculation heavy as well. Let's move to our next one. It says the fifth harmonic of a closed organ pipe is found to be in unison with the first harmonic of an open organ pipe. The ratio of the lengths of the closed pipe to that of the open pipe is how much? Now, in unison basically means they have the same frequency. So, for a fifth harmonic of a closed organ pipe, I know it is, the frequency is 5V by 4 times its length, I'll call it LC for the closed organ pipe. That frequency is equal to the first harmonic of an open organ pipe. In an open organ pipe, the first harmonic is V by 2LO. Take the V's out, take this 2 out. So I'm looking for closed to open pipe. So LC by LO, if you cross multiply the LC, I just have the 5 and the 2 here. That's a 5 by 2. So my X is equal to 2. That is the answer. Okay, again, just application. And this is a very common type of question. Ratio of closed versus open pipe with same frequencies. Achha, this I just want to confirm. Those who have given the exam today, can you confirm where if these were the values like 48 aligning with 50, then main scale division 0.05. Are those values correct? Was it 0.05 millimeter or was it 0.5 millimeters? Because 0.05 seems a little unrealistic for a vernier scale, but it could still be. Like for a vernier scale, even a 48 and 50 division vernier scale is a big thing. But I just want to confirm because this is the data we have got. And based on that, I'll solve it. If there are any alterations, you can adjust accordingly over there. So over here, I know one vernier scale division because for 50 vernier scale division is 48 main scale. So one vernier scale division is 48 by 50 main scale divisions. And least count is basically one main scale division minus one vernier scale division, which is main scale division. So 1 minus 48 by 50 times the main scale division. So that is just 2 by 50 times, what is the main scale division? It is 0.05 millimeters. So put 100 here, puts a 10 here. So it's a 2 divided by 1000, which is a 0.002 millimeters. That is the least count. Again, simple, easy. Next question. This says a particle is attached to an ideal string and is projected from a position B. So it's tied to this and it's pushed here. It's given a speed here, and because of that speed, it climbs to the top point over here. At that position, tension becomes 0. So why would tension become 0? Think about all the forces acting there. You have, if I were to, let's use a different color. Let's take the yellow color here. Over here, if this is 20, this angle is 30 degree. Over here, mg is pulling down, correct? There's a component of mg in that direction, I don't care. In this direction, I know there is mg sine 30. And in this direction, there would be an mv square by r, v square by l basically. That's a centrifugal force. You want this mg sine 30 to be equal to mv square by l, because then you don't need tension to balance it out. The tension can be 0 in that setup. Okay, so that is what I test out for. First test is for that. So mv square by l, that is mg sine of 30. Take the m out. So v square is equal to gl sine 30 is half. So it is just gl by 2. We'll keep it. We'll not even find v. Now the speed that it has here, it's a vertical circular motion, meaning you have to conserve energy from this point to the top point. Over here the height was 0, but over here what is the height? You think about this length. Think about this length here. This is L, this is 30, so this is L sine 30, which is just L by 2. So the total height from the bottom point to this point, this is L plus L by 2. That's the total height, L plus L by 2. So I can now go for conservation of energy. At the bottom point, it has just the kinetic, half m Vb square. At the top point, it has mg into height is what? L plus L by 2. Plus it has the kinetic energy, half m V square. This is the V that I have there. Pardon me. So take the m's out. This I can write Vb square by 2. That's equal to, this is 3gl by 2, because it is 3l by 2, plus half into V square is gl by 2. Take the 2's out, one of the 2's out. Then I have Vb square is 3gl plus gl by 2, which means Vb square is 7gl by 2. So it is option C. Vb is root over of 7gl by 2. Okay. Next question, let's head into that. Okay. This says there's a uniform cylinder of length L, mass and radius r. Moment of inertia is I1. For a similar situation, but length L by 2 and radius r by 2, moment of inertia is I2, then I1 by I2. So over here the diagram is missing. The axis they have referred to is this axis. About that axis, the moment of inertia formula, I is equal to mr square by 4 plus ml square by 12. This is the moment of inertia formula. Now if you think about it, over here I'm making length also half, radius also half. But keep in mind that will also affect the mass. It will also impact the mass. What is the new mass? Obviously r dash is equal to r by 2, L dash is L by 2. But m dash, how much would that be? I know mass is some density times pi r square L, right? So m dash is rho into pi r dash square into L dash. which if I basically plug it in, I'll get m dash is equal to rho into pi r square L divided by 8, because r by 2 and L by 2 would come. This would give a factor of 1 by 2 square and a 1 by 2. That's m by 8. So m dash is equal to m by 8. Now I can go for the new moment of inertia. In the new moment of inertia, I dash, that is just m dash. If I take common, I'll have a r dash square by 4 plus an L dash square divided by 12. M dash I can replace with m by 8. R dash I can replace with r by 2. If I square it, that would be r square by 4 times a 1 by 4. This 4 was there here, and this 1 by 4 factor will come. Same 1 by 4 factor will come in the L dash case. L square by 12 is there, but there's also 1 by 4. So I can pull the 1 by 4 out to write 1 by 8 already was there. There's the 4, and sorry, that's an m. Then I'll have a r square by 4 plus L square by 12. This m into r square by 4 into L square by 12, that is the original moment of inertia. Here you see there's a 8 into 4, 32. So the factor change between them is 32. Was it given r by 3? Was it given r by 3? If it is given r by 3, correspondingly change each of them. You can correspondingly change each of them. Okay, I'm not doing it again with r by 3. That's again a detailed calculation, but you understand the method. You can just follow along in that same way. Okay, next one, this says a moving coil galvanometer of resistance 100 ohms shows a full scale deflection for a current of 1 milliampere, meaning this is the maximum current the galvanometer can take. Now you want to make it into an ammeter which shows full deflection for 5 milliampere. So you're converting into an ammeter which can measure up to 5 milliampere. So direct shunt resistance formula, S is equal to galvanometer current times the galvanometer resistance divided by the peak current by the galvanometer current. Ig is given to us 1 milliampere. I'll keep it in milliamperes because lower part is also everything is in milliamperes, so I don't have to worry about the units here. Galvanometer resistance is 100 divided by this is 5 minus 1. Milliampere, if you put denominator numerator, they will cancel out. So that's 100 by 4. The answer is a 25. That is the answer, 25. Okay. So I think maths sir would be here, Bharat sir would be here to take forward. But so far the questions that we have got, students, this will all be put in the annotated PDF that you can get through our Telegram channel. So make sure you also join that as well. It would be available on our website, where you will also find our college predictor tool, where you can get to know which college you would possibly get based on your probable score that you are getting based on the shift. And it takes into account all your quotas that you could get with your home state quota, gender quota. If you have certain SC, ST, OBC quotas, it will take care of all of that in telling you which college you could possibly get. All right. So make sure you use that. Overall, if I say the feedback for the physics section in this paper, it has been easy. It has been pretty easy. I would say it's comparable to 21st January shift 1. Pretty straightforward with regards to that. So over here, I would say the 99 percentile cutoff just for the physics part, that would go up. It would go 80. 80 to 80 plus it might reach. So go over how much your scores have been and all of that and put them in our college predictor too. So we'll be coming live with the more sessions that we have for JEE. There's one more day. We'll be coming live with regards to that, and following that we'll start proper practice on advanced, covering the deleted topics that are not there in mains but in advanced in this YouTube session. So make sure you stay subscribed, make sure you get notified, and please keep coming into the sessions one after the other. You don't want to miss anyone because there's still the April attempt to go. All right. So we have Bharat sir with us here who can take forward the math section. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, dear students, so appreciate your patience. So, right, a few more math questions. So, undoubtedly, this paper is having certain standard questions from math. Yeah, ready guys? Chalo, this question integrals, so definite integration question. Integral 7x power 10 plus 9x power, it's a standard model. You just take x power 9 common here, integral, if you just take x power 9 common, this becomes 1 by x power 9 plus 1 by x power 7 plus 2 whole square. This x power 18, if you divide 7 by x power 8 plus 9 by x power 10 dx. Now you just take this particular component as t. What is this? Is 1 by x power 9 plus 1 by x power 7 plus 2 as t. Correct. So now what is its derivative? You see, this is minus 9 by x power 10 minus 7 by x power 8 into dx is equal to dt. So the same thing is here with minus of. So guys, so now this becomes minus 1 by t square dt, which is 1 by t plus c. So which is 1 by x power 9 plus 1 by x power 7 plus 2 plus c. But given f of 1 is 1 by 4, you put x is equal to 1, this is 1 by 4, so c becomes 0. So f of x is this, guys. What can you say about limit extends to 0 f of x? This becomes 1 by infinity, this limit becomes 0, right? The next, you see this particular question, f of x is given modulus of ln x minus modulus of x minus 1 is asking about the differentiability or monotonicity of the function. You just try to simplify f of x, guys. Suppose ln x, we know it changes its sign when x is equal to 1, whereas this is also x is equal to 1. Case 1, when x is greater than or equal to 1, ln x is positive, this is ln x. X minus 1 is also positive, minus x plus 1. And case 2, x must be positive when x is between 0 to 1. So ln x is negative, so minus ln x, and even x minus 1 is negative, plus x minus 1, this is. Okay. The next he is asking about here when x greater than 0, increasing decreasing nature. You just take its derivative here, in this case 1 by x minus 1, this derivative here minus 1 by x plus 1 here. Now you just check statement 2 and 3. You see, when x is more than 1, this case, this is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, this is negative, so this must be decreasing, statement 2 is wrong. When x is between 0 to 1, say 0.1, this is minus 10 plus 1, this is clearly negative, decreasing, this statement is correct. And f of x is differentiable for all x greater than 0 is correct, because you see f dash of 0 plus, this is going to be we can say minus 1, and f dash of is asking about differentiable for all x greater than 0. We have doubt at 1, f dash of 1 plus, I am talking about this is 0, f dash of 1 minus 1 left side, this is also 0. Clearly it is differentiable for all x. So statement 1 and 3 both are correct. Option A is the right answer for this. The next, friends, so the next question, limit extends to 0. Right, you can just write it as limit extends to 0. You just write tan of tan x minus tan of sin x. You just multiply and divide with 1 plus tan of tan x into tan of sin x. You just multiply here and here 1 plus tan of tan x into tan of sin x by, you can just write tan x minus sin x. Now it is limit extends to 0, it is like tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B, you will get like tan of, this is tan x minus sin x by, you can write this term here tan x minus sin x, and the left out part would be 1 plus tan of tan x into tan of sin x. Okay. Now, limit x tends to 0, this theta will also be tending to 0, tan theta by theta, as theta tends to 0, this becomes 1, and whereas this becomes 1 plus 0, and hence the answer is 1. 1 is the limit for this. Guys, the next one, this question, the image of parabola x square is equal to 4y in the line x minus y is equal to 1. You just try to take the general point in this parabola. X square is equal to 4y means a is 1. So, 2t comma at square. So, can I take this point in this parabola? Yes, 4t square is equal to 4t square. Perfect. What about its image in the line x minus y is equal to 1? So, this is h minus x1 by a is equal to k minus y1 by b is minus 2 into, substitute this point in this, 2t minus t square minus 1 by 2, 2 gets cancelled. You just try to equate these two. So, h must be minus 2 gets cancelled, you will get t square plus 1. Equate these two, k minus t square would be equal to, this becomes 2t minus t square minus 1. Minus t square got cancelled, so you will get k must be 2t minus 1. So, once you get it, almost the problem is done, because we can say this is, eliminate t from this. Here t is nothing but k plus 1 by 2 is t. So, t square plus 1 is going to be h. So, you can write k plus 1 whole square is equal to 4 into h minus 1. That is y plus 1 whole square is equal to 4 into x minus 1. That is all. This is the locus of this particular point, which is given. You just compare with the options. Y plus a whole square is b into x minus c. Clearly a value is 1 and b value is 4, and just see minus 1 minus c, c value is 1. So, once you know a, b, c, given a, b, c are natural numbers, you just want a plus b plus c, which is nothing but number 6. That is it. The answer for this question is number 6. So, guys, so altogether this is math part is moderate, not so difficult this session, but still we can say certain questions only bit time taking. Okay, right, dear guys. Now we have a Sarfraz sir with you. Okay, yeah.
Hello students, all of you all.
Yeah.
So thank you Bharat sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
We will end together.
Okay.
We'll end the session together.
Yeah.
So I have come to end the session.
Yeah.
So dear students, during this session I have seen some students have commented that sir, what to do for 28th of the paper. So 28th day, students are asking what shall be done. So many students ask me, sir, chemistry what to do, chemistry what to do. So I have seen several comments there. And the second one, doubt is there in one question, that also we'll discuss. So dear students, sir will give you an idea about what to do for 28th session. Then I will conclude the session, sir.
Yes, sir. 28th, you see, you are having ample of time, 25th, 26th, 27th, 3 days. Whatever questions are available memory based, you just go through them and you try to cover the periphery area of it. For example, if you get a question in geometric progression, he may ask on, you see, we can't guess the question, but the periphery you touch, so that one thing is clear out of all the 8 papers, we can say mostly physics paper is easy, chemistry moderate but 10 to 20% tricky, and math papers are consistently tough and time taking. So the first and foremost thing is, if you are chemistry, physics, philios, try to spend more time in physics, chemistry in the exam, then you try to come to math. That is very, very important, guys. Otherwise, if you start with math, definitely it consumes a lot of time. That is not at all an intelligent idea. So, most probably you have to focus more on physics, chemistry. Math-wise, recall all the formulae relevant to the memory-based questions so that you can do comfortably. Okay?
Right, thank you Bharat sir.
Yes, sir.
So dear students, I will address to your 2-3 questions which you have raised online, and one doubt is there for students. Okay, so we'll discuss it. So dear students, meanwhile,
Shall I?
yeah, sir, I'll continue
Yes,
on
sir.
intersession.
Please, sir,
Thank
continue,
you, Bharat
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Bye.
All the
So
best,
dear
dear
students,
students.
one question students have posted doubt, so that question we will do. Yeah, this one. So, dear students, in this particular question, right. So, dear students, in this particular question, you can do this another way. So, some students have not got an idea how to solve it. So, simply this question, if you see, you can just, I will tell you, step number 1. In methane, you can see all the hydrogens are, so total bond energy for this will be x by 4 for each bond, for each CH bond. Correct, dear students? Some students are a bit in dilemma, confusion. So, methane have six bonds, 6 what bonds? CH bonds. So, another way, the total bond energy for ethane, the total bond energy for ethane should be equal to 6 CH plus 1 CC bond, because it is asking CC bond, right. So, therefore, Y is equal to 6 into, for CH bonds you can put x by 4 plus 1 CC bond. So, therefore, if you do correction, so the bond dissociation energy of CC, if you see, it will be Y minus 6x upon 4. So, this is Y minus 3x upon 2. So, actually I have not solved it earlier completely. So, some students got confused, sir, how did you got an etc, etc, etc. No problem. Govind is saying, sir, in my school, infinity learned by Sri Chaitanya module, so this is enough. Yes. In live session, I am telling you, if you are conceptually and theory part and the subjective part, if you are very thorough of Sri Chaitanya, there is no doubt you are going to do very, very, very good and very, very excellent you are going to do. There is no doubt in that. And dear students, in comments, I have come here back because in comments, some students are also telling that, sir, organic chemistry, how to do? So, many students are asking common doubt on organic chemistry. So, just I will try to conclude it about organic chemistry. So, those who are still writing the examination, or or for April session, what to do? In advance, I will tell you about chemistry. April session, chemistry, what to do? Because this doubt is very common to students. April session, chemistry. So, April session, chemistry, what to do? Organic chemistry. You focus on general organic chemistry. You focused on named reactions. You focused on general organic chemistry. You focus on named reactions. Next, you focus on interconversions. How to convert this compound to that compound to this compounds. Like today's class, you have seen carbon-amine reaction came, reaction of Grignard, carboxylic acid, Hoffman degradation. Very famous questions has appeared. So, the most important for organic is you have to be very perfect in named reactions. Other things you study, but these 3 areas you should be very, very perfect. Now, coming to physical chemistry. In physical chemistry, you should be very strong in formulas, because most of the problem in physical chemistry you can solve by formulas. Lambda is equal to 912 upon z square into 1 upon n1 square minus 1 upon n2 square, like that, most of the formula based, and formula plus concepts you have to be clear. Okay. Next, inorganic chemistry. What is my observations as per till now? Inorganic chemistry, mostly the questions are coming from NCERT. So, inorganic chemistry, most of the questions are coming from NCERT, plus you can solve some other books like Infinity Learn books you can solve. So, Infinity Learn books are having, Infinity Learn books have lot of beautiful additional extra multiple choices along with PYQs. So, whenever you are solving a multiple choice, what students are doing, so whenever you solve a multiple choice question, MCQ question, whenever you solve a MCQ question, don't solve, think of the concept of it, think concept. So, whenever you solve it or don't solve it, or whatever first foremost is, you have to think concept of it. And this multiple choice, you have to also discuss around or connecting concepts, connecting concepts. You just didn't understand what you mean to say. For example, you are preparing for general organic chemistry. You are preparing for general organic chemistry. Okay, and the topic is, imagine, resonance. Now, resonance is connecting topics are what? Bond energy, bond length, carbocation stability, carbanion stability, etc. Aromaticity. Like that, you have to think about the connecting questions. Is it clear, dear students? So, this was a repeated question again and again to students for April session. Okay, so thank you, dear students. So, all of you know that we are having our app where you can do your rank prediction. Is it clear, dear students? So, please download this app, put on your details. Link you can find in the description, and once you put it down, based upon your gender, caste, home state, marks, you are going to get the concerned NITs or IITs, state, central, whatever it is there. It is a clear visibility, and we will be guiding to you. And dear students, shortly we are going to start our coming up batches. So please be in connection with the Infinity Learn. Okay, dear students, be in connection with us. And any problem is there, please, details are Google form you fill, we will connect to you. Okay, dear students. So you can also visit our website and just you can have a check on the phone numbers and connect with us. Okay, and any problem is there, and please, those who are our students, very good, and please be connected with full attendance in coming up classes. And those who are not students also, I wish you all the very best to each and every student of Infinity Learn, and as well as all the students who are writing JEE examination. So I wish you every best for 28th January session, dear students, and also in advance a very best wishes for your April session. Work hard, do better, the best, and hope you'll get the best results. Take care. Bye all of you all. Have a nice day.